to both the 7 and the 2 when we come back.
Christopher David Bell, he's 4 years old.
Bell has driven to victory. That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
When life takes an unexpected turn, but work must go on, being prepared makes all the difference. 4 Patriots gives you backup power where it matters most. Solar generators that are lightweight, portable, and built tough enough to go wherever the job takes you. Go to 4patriots.com to claim your solar generator today.
What makes Blue Chew Gold the best? Gold supports blood flow for long-lasting results. Gold goes further, supporting both body and mind. A 4-in-1 tablet that dissolves under your tongue for fast onset. Try Blue Chew Gold.
You don't have to settle for just one delicious dish at Olive Garden. Buy one, take one is here, starting at just $14.99.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today is a good day because we got NASCAR. Yeah, I love NASCAR.
Getting it done
I have for quite a few years.
Experience and the right partner. The professional grade products you need. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Haven't you ever made a mistake? Stanley Success System is to get the maximum award. That means accident investigation, medical investigation.
Yeah, today we got the NASCAR O'Reilly Series race from Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. It's the Sports Clips VFW Help a Hero 200. That's a mouthful. I think I got that right though.
So that we're all successful. Make sure that we cover every base.
Yeah, it is a 147 lap race around the 1.366 mile oval. So it's just a little bit over 200 miles. Same exact length as the truck race last night. Though the truck race did go into overtime, so that actually has the chance to be the longer race.
Just because you're a fan doesn't
but yeah.
have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares
Race
about
breakdown for today. Like I said, it's 147 laps, stages, 45 laps for stage 1, 45 laps for stage 2, so that'll be lap 90. And then 57 laps for the final stage. Exactly the same as last night in the truck race. Fuel run is 64 to 67 laps. So you will not actually have to pit under green at all during this race. Which is a little unfortunate. I wish they made this race a little bit longer. I wish they made this race like the 250 instead of just the 200. But yeah.
Presented by Wendy's. NXT doesn't crown champions. It creates them. The next generation starts here. This is just the beginning. Live, on the rise. All new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Welcome back to Darlington. We're above the action with GovX aerial coverage. GovX savings for those who serve. Getting closer to the start of this race, not only has Junior Motorsports been good, but their numbers at this track.
My win pick for today is pole sitter Kyle Larson. My guy Sheldon Creed, who I'm pulling for, starts back in 13th. He's come close to winning here before, though.
It's been pretty good. It's been this way for a few years. JRM has been
there is a slight chance, or there was a bigger chance of rain, coming to the later stages of this race. But I think that's moved through. That's why they moved the start of the race only up by 10 minutes, just to try to ensure that we don't hit any of that. But it's also now lowered. The chances are lower of that even happening at all.
In my head are a little skewed because they've been good everywhere. Like the JRM cars have been really competitive, I think, from that 2021 era onward for these last couple of years. They have been really some of the cars to beat at different pockets of the season, certain track types, whatever it is. They seem to just hit on something and they can run with it. They have a lot of drivers who understand their advantages that they have. and they're able to get those insane stats. So we'll see, though. To your point, right now, they're not looking as invincible as they were last year.
All right, well, let's talk about a driver that's trying to beat Junior Motorsports. That's Jesse Love for RCR. He's with Kim.
Yeah, and he's the only driver, Carla, this season that's finished top 10 in all 5 races. So as you look at the things that make teams good at Darlington, where do you think you and this 2 teams shine the most?
Well, I'm stumbling. I think if I knew the answer, I'd be better here typically. But I feel like, being able to have a good handle on like the balance migration throughout a run is really important. We typically fire off so tight to still end super free. I think as a driver and as your car is built, right, being able to manage how far you swing in both directions is a big key proponent to that. But other than that, I think that, just being able to have an open mind and make smart decisions, because this place is so inviting to make low percentage moves to go try to pass a car, and then you kind of open yourself up to getting passed by 2 or 3. For example, you go try to pass a car in the middle 1 and 2, you typically both get passed off at 2 by the guy that just was doing his job behind you, doing nothing, right? So I think there's a lot of driver technique here and some good communication with the team. And I think that I'm starting to get that more dialed in when we come here. But this place naturally, for whatever reason, doesn't totally fit my driving style for whatever reason. But I love areas of opportunity where I can learn and continue to progress and get better at my craft. And this place, stands out to me as that #1 place.
Jesse Love rolls off from the top 10 here this afternoon. Dylan.
And let's grab Justin Allgaier here as he just came off the stage. Okay, we always look at you as a guy to beat here at Darlington. What have you learned through the years here about how to manage a race and ultimately convert that to success at the end of the day?
I wish I knew. This racetrack has always been kind to me.
Damn, where is everybody?
I know that it can fight you in a hurry, and I think just managing the day is really important. But really proud of Andrew Overstreet, this whole 7 team. Our Brent track coach Charlie was really good in practice. Long runs, short runs, it's hard to tell what you got, but I feel like, we can go out there. I did get a Darlington stripe. You see that on the screen right there. That wasn't ideal, but either way, we're going to have a great, solid day, and hopefully we can go to the front and get another win here.
They call that patina these days, I think, or something like that. Justin Allgaier, 3-time Darlington winner, starts 4th.
All right, let's go ahead and get to our race-winning picks this week. Parker, you get to go first this week.
Well, my pick this week got beaten qualifying by his Chili Bowl arch nemesis in the name of Kyle Larson by a small amount. He'll want redemption. That is none other than Christopher Bell, who will be going to victory lane here in that 19 card. He's got a little patina, as Dylan would say.
And I will take Christopher Bell's Chili Bowl nemesis. Kyle Larson, basically just because Kyle is extremely good at this racetrack. You think about it, won last weekend at Las Vegas. Alex Bowman was actually supposed to be in this car. I'd like to give a shout out to him. Can't wait for him to come back. But Larson is the ultimate substitute. Put it on the pole. Said he thought the car was terrible, and he's still on the pole.
Yeah, and you picked him last week too, and that worked out pretty well for you. Well, since you both took the front row, since you both took Cup guys, I guess I'm going to go with the putative favorite from the second row, and the guy that's a full-time driver and the one that has 3 wins here. That guy right there, Justin.
That's a good one.
It's a great pick, Carla.
It's a great pick.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we are ready to see this one play out today. We're getting closer. Pre-race ceremonies are just around the corner.
You don't have to settle for just one delicious dish at Olive Garden. Buy one, take one is here, starting at just $14.99, but only for a limited time. So hurry in and enjoy the favorites you crave today. Then take another home for tomorrow.
This is a story about the one. The one who looks to Granger to make sparks fly.
Kyle qualified 9th. Let's go. What's up, Jaden? How you doing today?
The right material and the right partner, like Granger, with a wide range of professional-grade products. For the one, working hard means others can play even harder. Call, click Granger.com, or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life.
Doing good after seeing a good practice session with 8th and qualifying 9th. Yeah, I mean, that's uplifting to see. And a track that's really in the driver's hands. And we know Kyle Busch is a good driver.
Being prepared makes all the difference.
If we can just have some good speed and a track in the driver's hands, maybe he can be. Maybe he can win. Maybe.
and
You ready for some O'Reilly racing today, Jaden? The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series from Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way.
You
What's
are?
your way to tahini it?
Who do you think wins today, Mr. Jaden? I have Kyle Larson.
With apomorphine to spark desire and oxytocin to deepen connection. Ready in body and mind. Blue Chew Gold, the new gold standard for ED.
Febreze. What does coming home to the delightful scents of Febreze plugs feel like? Like the best welcome home ever. Because Febreze has a microchip to control scent release. So it's first stay fresh for 50 days. And a refill reminder light so that freshness never ends. Want to make the best even better? Try Plug Scent Booster. With 3 intensity settings, flexible placement, plus a boost button for extra scent. And extra welcome home.
You got Christopher Bell. I almost went with him, but I just think it's going to be
From the
Larson.
moment you took your first breath, you had something to prove. And boy, did you ever. Roads worn, clouds punched, sweat mopped, up and down, back and forth, over and over and over again. And when it was finally time to enjoy it all, COPD thought it could stop you. Well, COPD never met someone like you. You kept right on going. Breztri is 3 medicines in 1 inhaler with better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Now that's a COPD maintenance treatment that works as hard as you do. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri.
Bubba's son was born on
Breztri may
Thursday.
increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain,
baby.
mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision
Don't know if it was a
changes,
son or a
or
daughter.
occur.
Yeah, actually, there was a chance Bubba was going to miss this weekend. He was going to stay with the family no matter what.
Doctor about Breztri.
When you step on the grounds here, you feel the history.
Too Tough to Tame is ready for its challengers.
You got to be just right on the edge the entire time.
Boy, Darlington is one tough track. She'll mess around. She'll bite you pretty quick.
Green flag, but the track too tough to tame.
Simultaneous spins. There are parts and pieces littering the racetrack.
Lady in black.
Yes, sir. Justin Allgaier is the man at Darlington.
Allgaier has just proven that this track is not too tough to tame. He's now won here 3 times.
Side by side, coming to the green and white checker flag. Photo finish.
One more shot for Larson. They make contact.
Another contact. Larson going to be the man that wins it at Darlington. What a finish.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway. Ready to go for race number 6 of the season. And as we get ready to start today's pre-race ceremonies, Golden Corral would like to take a moment to thank our nation's heroes. It's a privilege to serve those who serve.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats. And veterans, render a hand salute as the Sumter Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Pastor at Bethea Baptist Church in Darlington, South Carolina, Dr. Jeff Cockrell.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for a beautiful race day. Thank you for all of your blessings. Thank you for these drivers and their teams. Thank you for all of the fans that are here. Thank you for our first responders and those that take care of us every day in our communities. Heavenly Father, I pray that you would continue to bless us through the rest of this day, and we're grateful for all of those who serve in our nation's military. We know that it is because of their sacrifice that we can have freedom, and for that freedom we're grateful. I pray your blessings over every part of this race. Protect the drivers and their teams on every lap and every corner, and we give all of this to you in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from the United States Air Force Heritage Band of America, Staff Sergeant Victoria Park.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
America. Let's go racing.
Golden Corral is proud to partner with Project Healing Waters,
Let's go.
helping American veterans through therapeutic art of fly fishing. As a founding partner of Golden Corral, Golden Corral helps send children of wounded, ill, or fallen military members to summer camp each year. Well, the table is set at Too Tough to Tame. Drivers about to climb in their cars before they rev them up. The command is coming your way right here on the CW.
The Colonel never wanted to give someone a meal they didn't love, so he made the $20 Build-A-Bucket. Your choice of 8-piece chicken or tenders, 4 sides, 4 biscuits. That way, if you weren't happy, he could say, "Don't blame me, you built it." KFC's $20 Build-A-Bucket.
Christopher David Bell, he's 4 years old.
Bell has driven to victory. That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
The sacred order of the group chat is now in session. Ingrid, report.
Last night was epic. He took Blue Chew.
OMG, dead.
If you have wet AMD or DME, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. And your condition doesn't have to steal the moment. Long-lasting EYLEA HD delivers powerful vision improvements that can save your vision for the future. EYLEA HD is the only treatment for wet AMD and DME that helped at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections after 3 initial monthly treatments. Don't take EYLEA HD if you have an eye infection, eye pain, redness, or are allergic to it. Eye injections like EYLEA HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye, or increased eye pressure. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke. There's still so much to see. Ask about next generation EYLEA HD, a treatment retina specialists trust.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
You don't have to settle for just one delicious dish at Olive Garden. Buy one, take one is here, starting at just $14.99, but only for a limited time. So hurry in and enjoy the favorites you crave today, and take another home for tomorrow.
I think there's something wrong with the toilet. Colorado Ritter.
You guys are the best. Thanks, guys. What was that?
Well, Brandon Jones told me the meetings at JGR this week have been long but beneficial. The 20 teams spent much of the offseason trying to figure out how to fire off better at the start of races. And despite being successful there, they
Let's
kind
do
of
this
their
thing.
run cars. So hoping to correct some of that today. And they'll be doing it in Brandon's winning car from last year. Despite a 16.8 average finish this year, he said, "I have a ton of confidence when I come to Darlington, Kim."
Well, Carlos Parker Redcliffe had a monster qualifying run and will start from the 5th position despite kissing the wall during his qualifying lap. He told me it was, quote, a mediocre qualifying effort and thought without the wall hit, he would have contended for the pole. The team was extremely happy with the car in practice, and that showed on the speed charts where he was top 5 in single car, as well as 5 and 10 lap averages. Crew Chief Danny Eflin told me if they can minimize their mistakes, Dylan, they can certainly finish top 10 here today.
And Kim, another good story at the field is Carson Quaffle back in the one car after 3 straight weeks in different rides. Those cars have been fast and he's done well, but the one team is home. It's where he'll race the most this season. That is shown right away with his comfort level. They unloaded this morning really fast, qualified inside the top 5. This race 1 year ago was big for Carson. He finished 5th there, but told me today he learned how to go fast here over the course of a run in that race a year ago. Until you do it
Going
anywhere,
fast is
but
important.
especially here, it's tough to really know the limit. And
You can't
Carson
go fast,
feels like
and
he
you're
knows
gonna be
that now
last.
and can spend the early part of the race racing instead of just learning like a year ago. Time to go racing here at Darlington. Let's get the command of fire engines for 147 laps.
Darlington Raceway. Please welcome Brian Walker, the Assistant Adjutant General for the Veteran of Foreign Wars of the United States. He is here tonight to give the command of fire engines.
This is for our men and women overseas raining down freedom. Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah. Them engines are fired, boys. Y'all ready?
You know, usually we like to say the drivers are ready to take on the track, but I think it might be appropriate to say the track is ready to take on the drivers. We got the green flag on the way from Darlington when we come back.
You don't have to settle for just one delicious dish at Olive Garden. Buy one, take one is here, starting at just $14.99, but only for a limited time. So hurry in and enjoy the favorites you crave today, and take another home for tomorrow.
This is Blue Chew Gold, the ultimate 4-in-1 formula. Built for strength where it counts. With sildenafil for power, tadalafil for endurance. But gold doesn't stop at blood flow, so we added apomorphine to spark desire and oxytocin to deepen connection. Ready in body and mind. Blue Chew Gold, the new gold standard for ED.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tahini?
Tuesday, NXT on the CW strikes with force.
Ryan Phelps Auto Sales in Rome is open, joining Auburn, Sodas, and Phoenix. Ryan Phelps started selling cars as a high school teacher 16 years ago, and the growth never stopped. Ryan's goal is to be the best at really bad credit financing, but carry an A-plus reputation.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why from Rochester to Utica.
Is everybody ready?
It's Ford Truck Month at Nye Ford in Oneida and Rome. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 STX Crew Cab for just $449 a month for 36 months with 10,500 miles per year. If you've been waiting for the right truck at the right price, now is the time. Our team makes buying easy with a huge selection and hometown service you can trust. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Visit us today or shop online at NyeAuto.com. That's NYEAUTO.com.
Knowing there's a solid roof over everything you've built. There's a name for that feeling. With roofing projects, quality materials, experienced installers, and lasting value are essential. But making the right decision all comes down to comfort. Call today for 50% off and pay nothing until 2027.
Behind the story, there's always more. The CNY Central YouTube channel with exclusive content. Get more. Subscribe now to CNY Central on YouTube.
Listen to you. We still be together. There's more to this than you're letting on.
No place quite like the Lady in Black.
The track too tough to tame. Darlington Raceway, one of the meccas of automobile racing, the granddaddy of the super stock speedways, the first to move the sport into the big time. There's something about the design, something about the aura of Darlington that causes spectacular action.
The driver keeps the guardrail right against his quarter panel, and the mark is known as the Darlington stripe. Oh yeah,
Chaotic start here, Darlington.
More than an oval. This track is the true test for the driver.
The story's been told many times.
The first of the real super speedways. It's a difficult track, but it's also a rhythm racetrack.
They have a caution at the end of every race here, so hang tight for me right here.
It's not the biggest, certainly. It's not the richest purse, but it's got age going for it. It's got heritage. Takes a stamina and a lot of heart. This was truly a great race.
I wanted to win this thing since I was 9 years old. Well, it's just a country boy's dream comes true.
Perfect day in Darlington, South Carolina.
Good afternoon from Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. NASCAR
Let's
started
do
racing
this.
here in 1950. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series first visited this famed track in 1982. Today it's round 6 on the season.
All right, the cars are rolling off, getting ready for some racing here. Once again, we'll get a race breakdown for today. I'll check that link afterwards, Jaden. Yeah, the start time of the race today got moved up about 10 minutes. It was supposed to be like 5:42. Now it's 5:32. It's a 147 lap race around a 1.366 mile oval, so that is just a little bit over 200 miles.
One of the most challenging tracks to win because of how narrow it is, how slick it's
Stage breakdown for today's race.
that these drivers go through Parker all day long is unlike
It's 45 laps for stage 1, 45 laps for stage 2, so that'll be lap 90, and then 57 laps is the final stage. 5 sets of fuel and 5 sets of tires and a fuel run is 64 to 67 laps. So they will not have to pit at all under green this race. The race length is exactly the same as last night's truck race, though the truck race did go into overtime. But yes, let's just link Jaden. My win pick for today is Kyle Larson, and Jaden says yes, Christopher Bell. Kitty, aww. Oh, that's sad, but that's a good tribute.
Now we get our mobile on keys to victory lane. What do you
Shop
think
cat.
Well, without a doubt, they told me this the first time I came here.
I think every like rich shop should have a cat or a dog, just something that can roam around.
You also got to manage your pace. We're going to see guys be really good on the short run, struggle on the long run. See 5 sets of tires for this race. You're going to have to manage those tires, manage the pace route. And it's a short race. Look at that, 147 laps, only 200 miles. So about 50 miles shorter than what we typically have here in the O'Reilly Series. So no mistakes. There's not a lot of time to make it up.
Qualifying happened earlier today. We get to the starting grid, brought to you by Sport Clips. Kyle Larson is a stud. Parker talked about him alongside Christopher Bell. He can get it done as well on the front row. And then go to row 8, Brandon Jones, row 4 rather, starting 8. Brandon Jones won here last year, snapping a 98 race window streak.
That was huge for him. But another thing here as we look at page 2 is Josh Williams ripped a heroic lap in qualifying earlier today after failing to qualify for 2 races this season. He starts 17th in that number 92. Very impressive lap.
What about Nick Sanchez? You see he's starting the 27th in the number 25 car. He ended up 8th in this race, and his only Darlington start has a runner-up finish in the Truck Series, but he had unapproved adjustments, so he'll be going to the rear.
And as we get to the final page, Austin Green is starting 31st, but it's his paint scheme we want to pay attention to because it's his first Darlington start in any series, but he's carrying the colors of his father, David Green's 1994 O'Reilly Series Championship Slim Jim car. Hey, Jamie, snap into a Slim Jim.
It doesn't say Slim Jim, but when you look at the car, that's all you can see.
You can't help but see it.
Let's hear from our pit reporters before we go green. Leading us off, Kim Kuhn. What's happening, Kim?
Well, Sheldon Creed was one of a handful of drivers who nipped the wall during qualifying. And when I walked into his hauler after, he was very, very frustrated with himself. Probably the most upset I've seen him as he rewatched that lap. He'll start 13th, and he told me, look, I just got too confident, and now I've created more work for myself and my team in the first stage. But he did say he feels like he has a car that's up to the task, and that's where that overconfidence came from the car being
Odell Beckham Jr. played flag football today. Yeah, the Tom Brady flag football thing is happening. I'm not watching that. I don't think many people care about it. It's kind of dumb.
In the Cup car this afternoon, will start second.
I love Tommy,
There's some
but
unfinished business from a year ago for the 19 group. Bell was on the pole of this race and
it's not even like on trending.
Second in the final stage when contact and the ensuing
There's
damage
a few things
effectively
about it on
ended their
trending,
chances
but
to win. A lot of folks in the garage today are pointing to them As one of, if not the
Far
car to
back.
beat, crew chief Seth Chopka wants to make sure, though, that his driver takes care of their tires for the entire run. The short runs have been their bread and butter the last 2 years, but the long runs are where they're maybe a little vulnerable today.
And Dylan, I think about what they did last week at Las Vegas. Chase Briscoe coming from a lap down to finish second. That 19 group has some momentum. And now we get 00 team radio presented by Starkey. Scan the QR code now.
Take care of that right side as best you can. Let us know what you need. We'll fight this old lady in black with you all day long. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll drive up there and we'll get us a good finish position stage 1, and we'll go battle from there.
Gotta love a little confidence building from your crew chief. You see right there on the side of that Ollie's car, a little stripe. And I loved what Dylan said earlier. It's a little patina. It's a great way of looking at it, I think, for today.
Makes it sound refined.
It does, yeah. Everything at Darlington is refined.
Yes, of course.
We're above the action with GovX aerial coverage. GovX, savings for those who serve.
I think the big story last night in the truck race, Parker, was which lane do you choose?
Yes.
And that bottom seemed to prevail every single time. The outside struggled, and it's weird because the outside has traditionally been kind of the place to be, but not the case in the trucks.
And it's interesting. We saw that last year, and the makings of that starting to happen. And some of what you see here is that the asphalt, where we don't run all the time, as this asphalt is wearing, could potentially just have a little more aggregate on that inside, a little bit more grip to hook up those rear tires, as opposed to being on the outside, where it could be a little slicker from the cars running on that asphalt over the last few years.
Gonna learn as we go.
Yes, sir. 5 races this year, 5 different winners. Last 3 weeks, the trophy has gone.
All right,
to
time to
Triple
go.
Motorsports.
Time to do this.
Cup regular Shane Van Gisbergen getting it done at Circuit of the Americas, and we've talked about the success last week at Las Vegas for Kyle Larson driving that 88. He gets JRM their first ever Darlington pole here today, taking the inside lane to his right. Christopher
Pace
Bell.
cars off.
JRM Chevy's
They're set
on
and they're ready to go.
as well. It's going to be a
For 200 miles of racing today,
too tough to tame.
let's do this. Green flag in the air. We are racing from Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
Very similar to what we saw last night. Yeah, Kyle Larson was able to get
Kyle Larson pulls away right there.
Almost like if you're on the outside, you want to choose third. Be on the inside to see if Bell can rebound on the outside with that momentum.
And as we go later in the race, one of the things you'll see that outside line do is they'll start to push that inside lane down as they gain that restart zone, trying to get us just a little bit of grip as Justin Allgaier shoots the inside of Carson Quapple down into 3 and using that apron line as low as you can get.
Allgaier waits to no time. He talks about a 3-time winner at this racetrack, but Quapple's going to have the momentum on the outside, and I can't wait to see where's that line go as the sun starts to go down here in turns 3 and 4.
Kyle Larson leads lap 1.
It seems like a little higher down here in 1 and 2 has been prevented. Larson has checked out.
Battle for position here. Brandon Jones, that fluorescent.
Austin Hill going out there.
99, Parker Retzloff qualified the top 5. The 9 is Ross Chastain. He was second in the truck race.
Austin Hill getting aggressive.
Quite a gaggle here. RCR teammates.
Woof.
Riding on board here with Jesse Love, the reigning champ.
You see Ross Chastain in the 9. He pitched a lot of guys off in the Truck Series race last night. It ended up working out for him, but you see him being super aggressive again, trying to get moved up in line.
And the big winner in that was Austin Hill, who shot that fully bottom below the white line apron as Corey Kane gets real sideways out of 2 right there. He just let all those cars sort of get compacted up above in the normal racing line and said, thank you all, see you later.
Hey, look who's coming right behind him. A driver that really needs something good to happen. 24, Harrison Burton, coming off his best run of the year. That's the good news. Bad news is it was the 17th. They have higher expectations. And up in front of him, another young Toyota driver, William Sawalich, in the 18 is 8th. Is Sam Mayer wrestles 4th away from Justin Allgaier.
And if you think back to 1 week ago, Mayer might have had the dominant car at Las Vegas. Ended up having a fuel pump issue, but Sam, if you think about Homestead, how good he is, right, doing exactly what he's doing, running right against the fence. He's a driver that is extremely comfortable at pushing that car right to the edge, right against the wall.
And he seems to have a knack for tracks also where there's high tire wear. For every reason, he just does a great job of that, understanding how to treat the tires. So look at Austin Hill here now in the preferred place you want to be. If he gets really...
Oh, trouble. Austin Hill on the wall.
Oh, that's not how you want to hit the wall either, with the right front one on that way.
Well, and it slaps. Hit with the right rear.
He's not going to get to pit road. I don't know if he's...
See if we can get some radio communication if his steering wheel's off. That'll be the first sign that he has inside of the car if there's any damage. Yeah, you can see the body is definitely pushed in a little bit on the right front now, but I don't see any rubs.
Can't tell yet. We were up against the wall. All right, we'll get the pictures.
Spotter and crew chief communicate and see exactly what's going on. You see Williams going to be in the orange and white 18 right inside of Austin Hill here. This is going through 1 and 2. Austin gasses it up, clears him, gets a little loose right here. And then once you get out of the black, you're just alone for the ride at that point. It's so fast, Parker.
It is, and what's weird is I was going to say that he's in the preferred lane in that scenario where you want to be that outside car, but you don't want to cut down like that, and it pushed. You see where it just pushed the air on his left rear. We know how vulnerable these Rally Series cars are to that sort of aero movement. I think he also expected William to be just a tip lower on the exit there, almost to concede the position a little bit, which William had no reason to, and he got away from it.
His teammate had a front row seat for that. Jesse driving up through there, and I know the wall helped him, but it was a nice little save for the 21 when it stepped out. A to Sammy Smith. He's on the move early, qualified 18th up to 15th in the running order. He was the worst qualifier of the JRN cars, but he's been fast lately.
Retzloff putting some pressure on Brandon Jones right here.
You look at Retzloff and really Viking Motorsports across the board. They've been good today. Great in practice, and Retzloff paid it off in qualifying going 5th. His teammate Anthony Alfredo didn't get the qualifying position that he wanted, but mainly because he went out so early in the session, but he too has some speed. He's back there in the 16th spot right now. Kyle Larson has now led laps in his last 15 starts in the series, and he got ahead of the curve to take the lead here. The move was key to put the 88 out for early in Darlington.
Men, get ahead of your curve. Explore Peyronie's disease treatments at GetSomebody4PD.com.
Christopher David Bell, he's 4 years old. What have you started?
Oh, Christopher Bell is taking the lead. What a finish! He's done it again! Bell has driven to victory again. How about that? That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free.
Yeah, I think Austin Hill might be fine. So the steering wheel is fine, which means his toe hasn't been moved.
Everything you need all year. From our store to your front door. With service so good it's guaranteed.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Yeah, it's been great. I saved hundreds when I switched to Progressive.
Molly Burke is passive progressive.
That's so great. Maybe you can buy a bigger sun hat.
Molly doesn't have progressive and takes it out on those who do.
You know, if they make one.
I can handle my claim online or on the phone, whatever's easiest.
Tiana, she can be laid back. Let's eat, girls. I'm so happy you didn't blow all your savings upgrading to a better room. Oh, look, they do have rooms with balconies.
Don't be passive progressive.
Lucky.
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own story. So no, I'm not fast for a girl. I'm fast, period.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What?
Teeny tiny shrimp. But don't worry, here we have big butterfly shrimp.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
Freaking gross.
Jesse, you remember Danny?
Hey. Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks. Here we go. How are you doing that?
4 parks. 1 vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
What a day. Let's go.
If you want an experience that wakes you up, a place where you can scream to your heart's delight, go ahead. No one will hear you anyway. Here, you don't just watch. You feel. Come as you are and have a damn good time. That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us.
Ready to find your thrill? Scan the QR code below to enter the CW Switching Gear Sweepstakes for the chance to win a trip to Universal Orlando Resort's 4 amazing theme parks.
Hey, this right here just tells you how intense it is in Darlington. You want a theme park ride? Just get with the onboard camera. Don't even get behind the wheel. Just watch the onboard camera, and they'll show you everything you need to know. Roto-Rooter taking us on board with Carson Quapple. He's third.
I love listening to the lack of throttle. As he drives into the corner, and then you can hear him modulate as it gets louder. Obviously, it's him giving more throttle to the car. Inside, it feels like you're just crawling. And right here, it went up to the wall. You turn right there. There's a kink in the wall. And then right here, listen to the throttle. Listen. That's how much you play with the throttle. That's 3 or 4 movements through a corner. You will do that almost nowhere else in NASCAR.
How do you figure that out?
Like that.
How do you figure that out as a driver?
You have to feel it. You just
Maybe.
have to feel
I might
it.
be live for the Suns later tonight. I'm not sure.
You see what other drivers are doing. I did it.
See how I feel.
What Larson was doing in a good car.
Hard to get it for sim,
but
for
it's
sure.
by far, and you just have to feel and sense what works, and that's what's so incredible about this place.
Saw Parker Retzloff get by Brandon Jones earlier, and then he drove up to Sam Mayer, and we're like, oh my gosh, he's getting by Sam also, but he had a massive slide.
Right, like that, just like that.
Again, right there.
And Brandon, be careful. Either get around him or back off. One of the two.
Well, and the reason we point out that slide is for all the reasons we love this place, how it abuses tires. You see how loose that car is now. He's paying the price. Once you heat up that right rear, now Brandon Jones is going to get to the inside of him. You're hanging on. You've got to give it a chance to cool down, and if you don't, it's only going to compound and get worse because you've heated it up just one time.
And he has 27 laps or 13 minutes of hell. Now he's going to have to pay from sliding that car, and it's going to be a long time. It'd be interesting to see how much Brandon Jones can actually get away from him now by maybe managing those tires. We talked about the Mobile One keys to the race. Got to manage that pace in the beginning.
Make a note of it. 27 laps to go on the stage.
Yeah, I will be live for Tuesday.
Where does he finish the stage? Because it stands to reason if you wear it out early, Brandon Jones not going to be the only one that takes advantage over the long haul. 39, Ryan Sieg racing the 8 of Sammy Smith. Sieg brothers doing a nice job.
Yeah, you see Kyle Sieg right there in the 28 behind. He's had a couple of good weekends. Both those guys able to manage running a little bit lower line. Way easier inside of the car if you're running that line that you see Kyle Sieg running around the bottom. Kind of a more traditional type line around the track versus running right up against the wall. Where we heard Carson Quapple really having to manage the throttle.
And when it's working, that low line in 3 and 4, oh, he has a big slide there through 1. It can actually help you with tire longevity because you just don't put as much stress on the tires through that middle portion. You don't lean and slide the right rear as much. It can hurt the right front though, so it's just a trade-off around this place you constantly have to have in terms of finding speed versus tire longevity versus treating them correctly. You're just balancing all those things from both side ends of the racetrack. Lap after lap.
One thing that I want to show, you see Kyle Larson, our leader right here on the left. I want you to watch his entry into turn 1. He's so good at this. Denny Hamlin does it. I mentioned Jeff Burton was maybe the first that I had seen do it years ago. I want you to watch how high he enters. He doesn't use any of the apron driving in. It's extremely hard to do this and make speed, but it's very easy on the tires. See how high he was? See how low the car was that he was lapping right there? If you watch almost anybody else on the racetrack, they're running that other line. And it's not necessarily quicker in qualifying to do that, maybe even slower. But man, the over a course of 25, 30 laps, it pays huge dividends.
And the reason being that it does that, whereas opposed to 3 and 4 here, we talked about when we were on board with Carson Quapple, all the throttle modulation you'll do in 3 and 4 where you're constantly in a corner. Turns 1 and 2 is awkwardly shaped in that when you get through turn 1, you'll almost have a short shoot towards turn 2, and it's almost a straightaway in some respects, and his car is straighter when he runs that wide entry into 1 through that portion, which just takes care of the right rear and gives him a better entry into 2.
See Austin Hill here. He's 12th right now after that big moment earlier. What's the latest in air camp, Kim?
Yeah, we saw Austin Hill a handful of laps ago kind of get into the wall, and I had an interesting conversation with crew chief Chad Haney yesterday where he said with Homestead being the final race now, Chad had emphasized and given Austin the directive to try and get more comfortable with using the wall when it makes sense. He said he's so good at making speed at the bottom of all different racetracks, but you have to be able to run the tap consistently at Homestead. And yes, while it's a different racetrack, he wanted his driver as comfortable as possible using that high line. How was the car faring after that incident? Here's some radio communication courtesy of Starkey.
Nothing's laid against the fender. Everything looks okay there. It's above the tire. Nothing looks like it's cracked. That's the first I've been able to get an actually good look at it. But obviously all the letters on the tire, when we got loose, it hit right front first. That's why I'm thinking the toe's probably the worst thing.
So we're past halfway through stage 1. Got about 20 to go in the stage.
And that's good news. That's what they were worried about. You can see that scuff on the right front.
Kyle Larson's leading. He was on every lap today. He actually had close to a 4-second lead on Christopher Bell. Bell's cut that down a little bit to about 2.8.
And Austin Hill and how he wants to work and be better at the wall. What makes him so good about running the bottom in places like Homestead and Vegas is he's so comfortable with such a car that is so loose on entry, has such a direct entry. One of the things that doesn't help you in is running the wall. You want a car that's very secure. It's on the right front predominantly, and you're using the wall to make a turn, and that's why he has struggled. He has to kind of find that balance between what makes a fast car on the bottom for his style and what gives you a car that you can actually go up there and run against the wall.
Hey, right behind him, nice rhythm early. I mentioned his name just a moment ago, but Anthony Alfredo, qualified 21st, has made his way to 12th. And matching what his teammate is doing, and qualified inside the top 5. That's Parker Retzel. He is in the 6th position right now. As we go to break, we check out our Mobile 1. Kyle Larson has led them all so far. He's in front of Bell, Waffle, Allgaier, and last year's winner, Brandon Jones. We're live in Darlington, South Carolina.
Everything on the line.
At O'Reilly Auto Parts, we know racing isn't just speed.
It takes teamwork,
Hard work and commitment.
the kind of dedication that wins races.
It's more than auto parts. Our professional parts people can offer you the right parts and advice so you're ready for every turn, straightaway, and moment along the way.
We are the sum of our parts.
And those parts, they're powered by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Tajin chile lime sauce, mild with major chile lime flavor. It takes snacks to a whole nother level. What's your way to Tajin?
I'm the guy sitting next to your girl on the kiss cam.
This game just got a lot more interesting.
Sheila? Mom?
And if you don't have the right home coverage, you might have to kiss your savings goodbye. Let's go, beat it. Switch to Allstate and you can save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
Arby's Meat in 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and
Someone had an issue with turn 2, but it's still green.
Big crispy fish sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Coming to the stage this Friday, it's Ned's first team karaoke night. But he's wondering,
what if my flaky red plaque psoriasis takes center stage?
Next up, we have Ned. What if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is a pill that treats plaque psoriasis even in hard-to-treat areas. You can get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 10 years.
There's some contact between Alfredo and Hill.
If you're allergic to it, get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea.
And Alfredo was running some pretty fast lap times.
Weight loss can happen. Tell Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With Otezla, clear skin could be your jam. Live in the moment. Struggling on topicals? Ask your doctor about Otezla.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
Great Saturday afternoon in Darlington, South Carolina. NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on CW. It's the Sport Clips 200.
You know, someone's got some tire smoke. Is that Patrick Starpoli? Yeah, I think it was in the wall.
Entertaining for him, anxious moments for others, including Patrick Starpoli right now. And it's time to go full throttle with Sound Gear. Wherever sound is a problem, Sound Gear has the solution. Scan the QR code to learn more at soundgear.com. Turn it up. Jesse Love, 7th for our reigning champ. Top 10 every race this year. This is the wheel and onboard camera.
I'm just mesmerized listening to the throttle. I think it's really hard to appreciate how hard that is. Yes. Unless you've done it. You can see him trying to woe the car up, and it's literally like driving on snow. It's just kind of a controlled slide as you get up by the wall. Sometimes you use the throttle to drive up to the wall. Sometimes you use the throttle to drive away from
Sanchez
the wall.
up from 38th starting spot, running 18th now.
The movement of your feet to your hands and the discipline of running right next to the wall and to make speed, it's as hard as it gets. And you're constantly testing the grip level. So you see his hands. Not only is he navigating the car, but he's sort of checking as he does that where the car is at, what's the grip level. With the throttle, the reason you sort of modulate and play with it is that you're just testing, can I get a little more throttle here, can I not? And your feet, the only reference you have is the feel. And you watch ahead of him there, you had the 99 of Retzloff who was sliding all over the place. He's trying not to do that. He's trying to keep the car straight but make lap time at the same time while sliding. It's just such an incredibly hard thing to do. You see Alfredo having to work to the inside of Williams Sawalch right here. Williams struggling up on the outside. Anthony a little better here on the long run. This end's obviously easier. Get a look back at Anthony Alfredo and Austin Hill just a moment ago. Yeah, Austin gets real sideways there. It's just fighting for rear grip right there. He gives Alfredo the top side. Looks like right here. Yeah, watch his hands right here.
Hey, I like white gloves, but I'll take the red gloves.
Oh no, flat tire.
Yeah.
Flat tire for Austin Hill. Well, not very surprising to see that.
Boy, 8 to go on the stage. This will
He's slow.
Really difficult spot.
Disaster. He was carving back to the field, so he's obviously got really good speed and long run speed in that car. But this is probably.
I'm about to pull the right front fender out of it.
Well,
yeah, no, you definitely got to come. The 2 laps.
It puts you so far behind here because you put these tires on, even though there's 7 to go. Any other
He's very slow on the track right now, making his way back to pit road. Wonder if he dropped any debris.
This is the payment for that slap into the wall earlier on the race.
Almost got away with it.
Almost did, but this is what ended up happening. That fender was just awkwardly into the tire, most likely, and eventually cut it down. See, Kyle Larson just went by to put him 1 lap down. We'll see if he's able to get this tire. I gotta think he's going to be 2 laps down by the time the car is serviced.
And there's already so many drivers in the 1 lap down category.
Fire, actually.
Oh yeah, they got a fire under there.
Wheel. Tire change, you have to be careful.
Hill won the season opening race at Daytona.
Jesus Christ.
Led the championship chase for a few weeks.
Yeah, Austin Hill's on fire a little bit in there.
Points this weekend behind Justin Allgaier and his teammate Jesse Love. He's now gone 2 laps down. And with the number of drivers a lap down, this is a short race. Well, it's going to be very, very difficult to have any shot to get back in the game today for Austin Hill. And now the race for fourth.
Yeah, we'll go multiple laps down.
Good on the long haul. Fell a little bit early, but starting to reel him in as he goes after Allgaier 5 to go to stage 1.
And I think it's easier to make your car better on the short run through pit stop adjustments than it is the opposite. If you struggle in the long run, it's almost impossible to get that better without going to the garage, working on the setup of that car. But Brandon Jones did a great job at the beginning of this run, not using up 2-inch tires. Looked like he didn't have that good of a car, but he has been great. We talked about the pre-race. It's an awesome track for him. 2 wins here. Dylan, you got more on Brandon?
Yeah, well, this stage 1 is huge for them. Brandon told me earlier today, I don't feel like we're
Austin Hill 2 laps down in last place. I think he will be able to come back and be at least get some spots, but it's going to be hard to be in contention to win.
He intended on the racetrack, so they can have a good stop here at the end of stage 1. I think the 20's pretty happy with their track position now, and they've obviously got a really good race car.
But if you go back to the races he's won here, he's been to victory lane twice. In neither of those races did he lead a bunch of laps. He was a guy that really came to life right there at the end.
Well, and it circumstances worked out for him, and that's what sometimes that's what it's not about always having the fastest car. It's about putting yourself in the right position, and that's what he did the last time we were here. And on the last lap, he was about 3 or 4 faster than our leader. So he was the second fastest car on the racetrack that last lap. So obviously has some longevity inside that number 20. To your point, you can work on the short run. You can just be more aggressive with the car early on and with the tires. But the long run speed, that's inherently built in there. That's something that's way harder to fix if you don't have it. It's like the 21 might have more issues. Oh boy, you gotta wonder if that rub maybe even got the new tire, if they weren't able to get that fender clearance, or did they do some damage from that other tire blowing out? I was thinking even possibly a hub issue or something that's going on in there from the hit into the wall.
No, yeah, Austin Hill's having more problems.
Down, but something else has gone awry.
Anthony Alfredo continues to race around some really good race cars. Worked his way to the top 10, racing Sawalachir and Ross Chastain. All these drivers, Chastain not so much because he's a cup regular, but in line for stage points. Top 10, get points, we'll pay him out next time around. Final lap
of the stage here.
We'll have 1 lap to go when they get to the start-finish line. Larson has already been by. And so impressed with that 96. Both Vikings motorsports cars
incredible day
just
for them.
showing a ton of speed at a track that is so difficult.
Too tough to tame.
Pick it up.
And here comes Kyle Larson as he will win stage 1 here at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
He gets the green and white checkered flag. Bell is second.
What's up, Daniel Barry?
The third, great stage points for him. Jones in the top 5. Allgaier, another top 5 finish in a stage. And look at these guys going at it. Sawalach is 8th and 9th. Gonna go.
All right, so about a 25-minute, 25-second green flag run to start the race. For stage 1, I'm going to go outside and smoke. I'll be back for the start of stage 2.
Great start to the race here in Darlington, South Carolina. So far, it's been the Kyle Larson show, driving the 88 from Junior Motorsports.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and free box has 3 sides, not just 1. It's more meal for your money. Seriously. It's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meats.
Why can't psoriasis just leave me alone? The inflammation inside. This on the outside. The pills and creams haven't done enough for me. I can feel the stares, hear the whispers. I'm done. So done.
Talk to your dermatologist about your psoriasis symptoms and treatment options. Go to sodone.com.
Sometimes the best way to tell people you love them is to let a grill full of Kingsford do the talking. Kingsford, savor it.
At Credit One Bank, we believe anything's possible.
I'm on Mars! It's freezing. I'm gonna go back to the module.
But leading your team to the championship? Unlikely.
Okay, that's my personal space.
Landing a checkmate against the supercomputer?
I won?
You can try.
I won!
The award goes to Greg.
Some things are out of reach.
No one's gonna believe this. I got this.
But a card with access to exceptional benefits isn't one of them. Welcome to the Credit One Bank American Express Suite. Credit One Bank for what's ahead. The cold fades. And a familiar feeling returns. Leather pops. Bats find barrels. The rhythm that means baseball is back. Now, before the regular season writes its story, hope springs eternal in Tampa.
On a gorgeous afternoon here in Tampa, Florida, it is time for baseball.
Watch Yankees spring training baseball on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the team. Now with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Nothing stops Ram.
Or well-qualified current FCA lessees can lease the 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 with a Hemi V8 engine for $449 a month. See your Syracuse area Ram dealer.
Here at Stanley Law Offices, our approach is a little bit different than other law firms. Immediately when you call our firm, we're on it. The paralegal reviews the case with an attorney, we review the case, and then we see right then and there if this is something we can help you with or not.
Each case is different, so it's important to understand the nuances. Each person is different, and they require different needs, so it's important to evaluate what those needs are, see if the client has any questions or concerns to ensure that they are addressed in a timely and efficient manner. Stanley Law, the maximum award.
Hustle, history in the making. To make history, you got to do what you got to do. Oh my word! NXT doesn't crown champions. It creates them. The next generation starts here. This is just the beginning. Live, on the rise. All new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Sport Clips. It's a game changer. Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Stage one complete here at Darlington. It's the perfect time to fuel up with Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box. Arby's is giving you a whole lot of food with a classic roast beef or a crispy fish sandwich and 3 delicious sides. That's more meal for your money. Scan the QR code to order now in the Arby's app. Arby's, we have the meats. It always feels like a throwback weekend when you come to Darlington. And you know, if there's anyone who knows the value of a good crew, it's the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's why they want to put the spotlight on the pit crew members that are essential to a race team's success. And here you see those that are getting it done for Jesse Love going over the wall. And everyone, all the names there are the same as they were last year with the exception of one when they were able to win that championship. But I just rewind to last Saturday in Las Vegas. I know they had the penalty, but really across the board, the times they were putting out were remarkable.
Well, and the penalty, let's be honest, was from the crew chief.
Yeah.
Who was filling in a position that where
and it was a bad bounce.
It was a bad bounce, and you know, all those things combined that he fell over the wall. So I think this pit crew, the RCR pit crews in general in the O'Reilly series for the last 3 or 4 years have really been the top of the line in terms of speed, consistency. They've treated it seriously. They've taken it, seriously as the Cup car has moved to single lug and keeping these 5 lug teams together, and so they get the benefit of that as we have multiple cars. So yeah, also Jeremy Clements.
Jeremy was getting pushed in. You see the 28 also having a hard time getting back to pit road. It's like both of these cars have lost power.
Wow. Out of fuel. We got a report out of fuel, but that just
that didn't add up.
Fuel is something that is never a part of the equation in this race, just because of you want tires and the length of the stages and all that. So obviously there was a miscue somewhere.
Go out, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it could be something similar here that happened to Sam Mayer last week.
Well, the other reason fuel doesn't really come into the equation is you have 4.5 seconds of fall off we saw in the last run. That's a lot of throttle time, basically.
Right.
So your fuel mileage goes through the roof in terms of miles per gallon at this place as you go through a run.
And you mentioned, Parker, the massive amount of tire fall off. One of the hardest parts of a track like this is that you ended 4.5 seconds off the pace. They put new tires on, and now it's going to be incredible grip again. And to know how hard to be able to push it, whether you're out front or in the middle of this pack. It's such a spread from old tires to new tires.
They added a lap before they'll open pit road because we had to get Kyle Sieg pushed out of the way. So we'll go around one more time before we get pit stops. Let's check in CW Garage with Carl.
Thanks, Adam. Well, NASCAR posted a video of Kel Yarborough earlier this week narrating what it takes to get around Darlington, and Harrison Burton referenced that this week, saying despite the gap in time, it's the same thing that we do today, which makes it even more special for him when he gets to talk to his dad, Jeff Burton, a four-time winner at Darlington. Harrison said he can explain even what he did in the 90s and the early 2000s, and it all translates really well. And yeah, if you're wondering if there's maybe a little expectation for Harrison to perform well, he said, yeah, my dad probably feels like if my kid can't run well at Darlington, I failed as a dad. So talk about pressure, Adam.
Yeah, no doubt. And this has been a place, you know, over the years it's been pretty good to Harrison when you look at his stat line, and going to try to make something happen here as the day goes on. 22nd at the end of stage one. By the way, Josh Williams gets the free pass. He's 25th, so when he gets back on the lead lap here to begin stage two, we'll put 25 cars in that category. I guess we could get some wave arounds here. We were talking about the Austin Hill situation, but if he does the wave around, he would just get to one lap down. He's 2 in arrears right now. Pit stops are big here, especially if you're anybody other than the 88, because if you're going to get around him and put him in a compromising position, this is where you can try and do it. But look at the advantage that he comes in.
He's got a bit of an advantage here.
Progressive pit road is open. Larson, Bell, Kloppel, Jones, Allgaier, everybody coming here. They want tires. They're in front of you, Dylan.
Yeah, it's Christopher Bell was the first one to peel off there. Top of the screen said that he was loose in the back of the car on exit to start the run, and then the entry goes away, so they're going to make an adjustment to tighten him up. Carson Kvapil said he was free everywhere.
Oh, someone spun on pit road, it looks like.
The team was really happy with his lap times the second half of that run, Kim.
And for
Jesse Love
maybe have a spin on Jesse Love.
spins around on pit road.
His pit stop. As we
That's
think
bad
about
for him.
Kyle Larson, though, the leader, much better car than he had during practice. In fact, he said the car loads way better than it did earlier today. Balance is good. He said by the end of the run, the last 15 laps or so is when I lost all rear grip. 4 tires, Sunoco fuel for Kyle Larson.
Race off Progressive.
And then Larson wins the race off pit road.
As much drama there as there was.
Brandon Jones second.
Win the stage. Larson by a mile.
Oh my God, they fucked up the cars. Oh wait, no, they didn't. Never mind. Yeah, Carson Kvapil got second off pit road.
Jesse Love, who's going to have to come from the back, had a penalty last week that put him behind the 8 ball, and now this. Boy, that was dangerous coming in.
Yeah, that's so tough. Just trying to get stopped. Looks like Williams Walsh behind him just didn't realize he was checking up.
All right, just hold on.
Okay, now that you've bundled your boat and RV with your home and auto, you're ready to hit.
So getting ready for the start of stage 2 here.
Set sail on your next adventure.
Tomato.
Race went all green through stage 1.
And because you save time and money, you can just go where the road takes you.
Oh, nothing but smooth sailing.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Okay, looks like we're in ship shape. Yarr, shiver me timbers.
That's an impression of a pirate.
Boat.
Look at this. Endless big butterfly shrimp for us, endless steak for them.
Oh, did you know that buffet is French for happy moment?
I take German.
Well, amigo, you just got schooled in buffet economics.
What makes Blue Chew Gold the best? Gold supports blood flow for long-lasting results.
Jesse Love has some damage to his hood.
Supporting both body and mind. A 4-in-1 tablet that dissolves under your tongue for fast onset. Try Blue Chew Gold.
Aces Yard already.
Knowing there's a solid roof over everything you've built. There's a name for that feeling. With roofing projects, quality materials, experienced installers, and lasting value are essential. But making the right decision all comes down to comfort. Call today for 50% off and pay nothing until 2027.
For people struggling with gambling, taking a pause can seem impossible, but it is possible.
You can stop now, and there's a community of people that want to help you.
Take a pause at oasis.ny.gov. Here for you every step of the way.
Winter can test your patience and your vehicle. Ford SUVs help you get a grip on the season. Slick roads, we're on it. Muddy trails, conquered. Heavy drifts, you've got this. Why compromise on capability? Focus on the ride, not the forecast. Competitive owners can now lease a Ford Bronco Sport for $229 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford stores.
The CW6 News at 10. News you can use when you need it. Uncovering the facts on issues that affect you. Keeping you weather aware all week long.
We're on earlier and here for you.
The CW6 News at 10.
I didn't realize Maggie hadn't told you about us.
From what Maggie tells me, you won't be around very long anyways.
Cause I was waiting. You have two guys competing for your attention. Find out why he's really here.
Can a husband pop in to check on his wife?
I don't think I realized how much that breakup affected me until I saw him.
Why would she lie about that?
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you.
But you did.
Everything's going wrong since Sully left. Started on treatment immediately. Have you cleared it? I will deal with the consequences if I'm wrong. Don't blame yourself. There's no way you could have.
You're under arrest for criminal negligence.
I told you not to leave.
If I just listened to you, we'd still be together.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
Stage one complete. The Wheeling caution lights are on at Darlington. The same Wheeling emergency lights and sirens you see on safety vehicles here at the track are protecting first responders and communities all across America. And now let's take a look at our replay of the day, brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. It's Jesse Love coming onto the pit lane.
Right by William Sawalich here. So you see that orange car behind the red one, and there's just a hit right there as Jesse has turned to go into his stall. He's already on the brakes. That spins him around, and thus he hits that tire, which kind of gives a little bit of damage to the nose, and that starts him trying to figure out, get pointed the backwards way. Then his crew chief, Dave Stockton, came on and said, just spin it around, you're too close to the wall. This became all sorts of fun in pit road.
I feel like we bear a little bit of responsibility.
You did give them a shout out
Actually,
right before that.
Hey, there's no we in this.
Yeah.
There's Parker and I didn't say one word.
Actually,
that whole
Parker
thing.
jumped in. You stayed out of it.
Yeah, I did. I knew better. Sorry, Danny.
Well, he was calm through the whole thing.
He was really calm.
Really calm.
Listen, there's nothing to gain. Once they were going the wrong direction, he knew that they were going to come out last. Just have to regroup, make sure all the wheels are tight, go back out and try to rebound.
25 cars on the lead lap. By the way, Jesse had finished 7th in the stage. So he'll come from outside the top 20, gives you an idea the price they're going to pay for what happened there on the pit lane. Front row, Larson and Quapple. Field is set for the Poet restart zone. Ready for stage 2 at Darlington. Larson.
And green flag is back in the air. We are green for stage 2.
Another great start on the bottom there. Just so much more grip to hook up those rear tires.
And Carson actually even had a little bit of a push from the car behind him, but the momentum that Larson was able to build just on the initial hook down to the throttle got him back out front.
With Brandon Jones just continuing to sneak up on it. Second right now. I would say he's ahead of schedule based on the way he does business here.
Well, he would be the one guy that we saw so good at the end of that long run that might be able to contend with Kyle Larson. What we're going to have to pay attention to on this sequence is there's some tire issues. We saw some courting Kyle Larson. Right front looks really bad. We saw some other right rears that look bad. Does that get better as more rubber gets laid down? You have to assume so, but there's no guarantee.
Yeah, and here's the right front there from the 88 of Kyle Larson. You can see it had some of that coating, sort of delamination there as it starts to show the threads in the tire. But I didn't misspeak, by the way, earlier when I said 4.5 seconds of fall off in that first 45 laps. That's a second and a half more than we saw last year. So even with the cup rubber down, for whatever reason, they really slowed down in that run and had some courting issues. So we'll see if that changes here in stage 2 potentially. It's going to be a shorter amount of laps, but that is an immense amount of fall off.
And Kyle knew that that was an issue. You can hear the strings that you see hanging off of that. It's beating the crush panels out of the car as it's going around. He was within a lap or two of having to pit right there.
Carson Quapple, second off the pit lane. Lawson Graham on the restart, third right now. Trying to fight off Christopher Bell in that 19.
So much more grip right now. These guys, fresh tires on. You can hear the amount of throttle that he's able to use versus what he had on that last run. I feel like Bell has hasn't had the speed that we saw out of that car last year, but they did get a chance to work on it. And historically, these races, you see a little bit of a shift in guys being able to get their cars better. Some guys making the wrong adjustments. See if they got the 19 car better for Christopher this run.
Joe Gibbs Racing, 2 cars in the top 5. Jones second, Bell 4. 3 inside the top 8 with Sawalich back there in the 8th position.
Carson was way quicker turns 1 and 2. Brandon actually waves him on right here. Going to give him the inside lane. Brandon's being smart. It's very similar to what we saw in that last run. You have to manage that pace. Actually, we're hearing Brandon had a little bit of debris on the front of his car, so he let Carson go, not necessarily for managing tires.
You're giving a major benefit of that.
I was, but I think also that plays into what we saw out of him on the last run.
Does the fact that Brandon's a really nice guy factor into your thought process there? I mean, he is a good dude.
Maybe, yeah. I just like how you corrected it in real time.
Well, I found out in real time, Parker. So that's right.
This is, in case you're wondering, this is live television. Okay, it's a broken record. 8 out front. And just showing us what he's got. His advantage is 2.5 over Quapple.
Yeah, Larson leading by a 2.5 over Carson Quapple right now. Into stage 2.
Christopher David Bell, he's 4 years old. What have you started?
Oh, Christopher Bell is taking the lead. What a finish! He's done it again. Bell has driven to victory again. How about that? That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ega, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What? And a lobster tail, and you're pushing $50.
Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
In here, we're balling.
It's actually fire.
What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireball.
The Colonel never wanted to give someone a meal they didn't love, so he made the $20 Build-A-Bucket. Your choice of 8-piece chicken or tenders, 4 sides, 4 biscuits. That way, if you weren't happy, he could say, "Don't blame me, you built it." KFC's $20 Build-A-Bucket.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? There's somebody like...
No guy racing card here with Ross Chastain, 5th and 6th.
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
That's right, Mom and Dad. My new boyfriend rides a motorcycle.
Oh, it's just a cruiser for unwinding on the weekends. Protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
How responsible.
Very sensible.
And he has a tattoo.
Temporary. For my niece. She insisted.
Oh, it's cute. Well, guess what, Mom? I chopped my hair off.
Wow, I stand corrected. It's lovely.
No, it's not.
Super cute.
Very in right now. It's my rough and tumble little girl.
Next Saturday is all about NASCAR on the CW. Because the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series brings
Tyler Reddick got the pole for tomorrow.
fierce competition.
Yeah, I gotta see what's me and Dom's starting spots, who those drivers are.
Compete with nothing held back. Way to fight, buddy. And everything on the line. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series Saturday from Martinsville at 2:30 Eastern.
I have 8, Dom has 16.
CW.
Great to have you with us. O'Reilly Auto Parts Series racing at Darlington on CW. It's the Sport Clips.
Oh, so I have Kyle Busch.
Kyle
So Kyle Busch wins, I get paid. It'll be even better. And Dom has Carson Hocevar.
Carson Quapple is second, having a great day. Brandon Jones has been impressive. He's third. Christopher Bell starting front row. He's fourth. Ross Chastain just got fifth away from Justin Allgaier. Parker Retzlaff has been awesome today. Corey Day is eighth. Some pretty good names surfacing just outside the top 10. You go back to 19th. There's the 32 of Raja Karuth. Give some love to the 07 of Josh Bilicki, who's got it inside the top 20. Dean Thompson right there in front of Taylor Graves. Struggled here this afternoon.
Keep an eye on that. The 21, he's trying to come back.
Is that a sign? I hope.
He's back to one lap down. He's trying to chase down Jeremy Clements, possibly the beat.
I mean, I care more about him winning than I care about the money. It's like it's $110 that I would get. But you know, I don't care about that. I mean, it'd be fucking awesome.
Run three totally different lines, all similar speed.
But it's the same thing. Like if it was Kyle Busch racing the guy that I would get the money for the win, I would still be rooting for Kyle. I don't care about the money in that case.
Down here into 3 and 4. Look at how low you run. Hang on. That is lower than you ever would see outside of a restart or avoiding a wreck. Down into 3. It worked. Well, there's no out of bounds here. Fine grip. You go places and you just find grip. Just trying to narrow up the entry to that corner.
20 to go on the stage.
Today that he had last week in Vegas, but he felt like a hero right there, a little 2 for 1.
But he called his shot. Said it was going to be a blue collar.
Larson has led all 70 laps today.
I feel like they had much practice earlier today.
Got to roll the sleeves up, and he's still got them rolled up. Racing Raja, right of your screen, left of your screen. Justin Allgaier, who's had 9 consecutive top 10 finishes here, matches Mark Martin to the most all-time. Retzlaff, 99, has been incredibly consistent in this race.
It's like Ross Chastain might be holding up this train. You see no one out front and a lot right there behind. The 9 car struggling maybe just a little bit for grip. Oh, I thought Allgaier was just squeezing right down the boulevard. I'm going to say he's in a really tough position there when you're faster than the car that's on the top, but you've got another car that's to your inside. Like Retzlaff, you're kind of limited on your choices and almost can get stuck right there. It's also affecting your air a little bit, so you're just trying to find that path forward to fend off that car on the bottom, because you potentially think if you can get away from the car in front of you that's on the outside, you can get away from that car that's threatening you on the bottom.
Retzlaff, Allgaier for 6th. Back behind them in 8th right now, Corey Day. And ever since the issues in Circuit of the Americas, he's just been quietly inside the top 10, led laps last week in Las Vegas, but doing all the things you need to do to grow for this young driver from California.
Well, we heard about the conversation that Rick Hendrick had with Corey Day and told him, listen, we believe in you, but you got to calm down just a little bit. Go out, run laps, don't make any mistakes, don't make enemies, don't be the show for the wrong reason. And he has done exactly that. You said it, Adam. It's been really fun to watch him. Look at that, right up against the wall. I think he's one of the guys probably most comfortable being able to do that. He does it in the sprint cars week after week. Got to think he leaned on Kyle Larson, his teammate, kind of mentor coming into this season. I think you said it, Corey's just done an awesome job here. Oh, Parker, hang on. He's been doing that all race. He's been doing it for 75 laps.
In this situation, you're saying it to Parker Retzlaff. You're usually saying that to Parker.
Right. Keep your eyes on the race, boys.
I'll tell you what, you want some confidence, race Allgaier at Darlington and drive around Christopher Bell. That'll do it for you, huh?
That's awesome.
I gotta think the 19 spotter's like 99 sideways behind you. Hang on.
And here comes the 17 of Corey Day. Over 30 laps into stage 2. 15 remain. Our Mobile One leaderboard shows Larson out front. Quapple, Jones, Chastain, Allgaier, your top 5. Thanks for being with us on CW.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts is fast. Need them now? We got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Booty.
Like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Oh.
Only pay for what you need.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and free box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meats.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school. Really? Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So hard. Wait, there's no ice in yours. Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shavy Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shavy Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever light throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shavyrays.com.
If you have wet AMD or DME, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. And your condition doesn't have to steal the moment. Long-lasting EYLEA HD delivers powerful vision improvements that can save your vision for the future. EYLEA HD is the only treatment for wet
tend to go on the
AMD
stage.
and DME that helped at least 8 out of 10 people go up to 4 months between injections after 3 initial monthly treatments. Don't take EYLEA HD if you have an eye infection, eye pain, redness, or are allergic to it. Eye injections like EYLEA HD may cause eye infection, separation of the retina, rare but severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye, or increased eye pressure. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke. There's still so much to see. Ask about next generation EYLEA HD, a treatment retina specialists trust.
Test your luck and make your power play by heading to your local lottery retailer to get in the game for tonight's estimated Powerball jackpot of $120 million. Jesse Love had to spin on pit road after finishing 7th in stage 1. So he comes from outside the top 20 on the restart, has driven it up to 15.
Kyle Larson has still led every single lap today.
We talked about the windshield getting pitted and the sun hitting that. You can't see anything, and it's not a
Yeah, it's
big
the
deal.
perfect
Most
game
tracks,
so
here
far.
where you run 6 inches off the wall, you kind of want to see everything heading into 3.
Start first, lead every lap,
Love at +9.
win the race.
Kyle Sieg in that same category. They had the fuel issue at the end of stage 1. He's a lap down. Jeremy Clements is also being
It's
scored
NASCAR's
a lap
perfect
down.
game.
Could be in the free pass situation here. We'll continue to monitor that. He's plus.
A no-hitter is when you lead every lap, win the race, but you don't start first.
That gets worse, and what makes it really tough is that you can't see that entry point in the 3 at all, so you start to just guess as it gets a little lower here in this race. And it's really where you're working even more so off field because you can't even see. It's
But
such
Larson
a
has
tough
a
thing, and on
over
restarts,
4-second lead over
that
Carson
sun in your face,
Quapple.
and they're 3 wide in front of you. You literally can't tell what's going on.
Just as I said, Clements might get the free pass. Larson goes around Garrett Spitley, and Josh Williams, 88 on a ride with 7 to go in the stage.
Yeah.
My 3 and 4 feels fine. 1, 2, and 3. Copy, that checks out. 8 and a half tenths better, 1 and 2. Your 10th better, 3 and 4. 4 feels fine. 1 and 2 is just free. Copy.
Pretty typical for this racetrack. That's kind of the balance shift you get from end to end. I'm just sitting here laughing as Larson's casually running 3 inches off the wall. No big deal. Highest car on the racetrack, just managing that race.
And for a lot of
Dawson Hill's in 28th, 1 lap down right now.
Place. It's unbelievable the pace that
He was in last place, I think 2 laps down.
As we got past lap, get 25 in this run. Carson Quapple was in seconds, about 4 seconds back. Right here, he's starting to match Larson's lap times more consistently, even if Larson's not in traffic. But there's getting the rest of these teams and drivers are going to come up with some big to take down that 88 Kyle Larson. This is quite the showing by Larson.
Brandon Jones, average running position 4.5 on the day. 3rd right now, Dylan.
Yeah, he is hanging with Carson Quaffle there in the race for a second as he starts to inch closer in that battle. The 20 is keeping tabs on the 88 way out in front of him. Let's get some Starkey radio communication and hear what they're saying.
The 88 is talking about 3, so he might burn the rears off. Just keep after it. I think the longer on your late exit, we're going to get him.
Well, I hate to tell him, but he's almost 5 seconds out in front right now, so it's you're going to have to make that up. But I like that you're keeping your driver pumped up inside of there and trying to find any weakness you can out of that 88. The optimism is key because you are running second. So you kind of say, hey, look, I know it doesn't look great from outside your windshield because you basically can't see the leader anymore. He's driven away from you. But you are doing some things that are matching him. And I've seen it in the lap times. The problem is there are occasionally lap times where Larson is 2/10 faster than just everyone on the track, basically. So, yes, that's good. Yes, it's paying off. You're doing the right things, but we've got to... You don't want to be complacent. You might have to find something in this pit stop to go battle it. Well, and crew chiefs are notorious to only tell you the one lap that you are quicker. They didn't remind you of the 10 prior to that he was quicker, and they'll tell you, hey, you're catching him, and the drivers will be like, well, why is he getting smaller?
Yeah, that's right. He's driving away from me. Crew chiefs faster. Crew chiefs sell blue sky.
Right? Sometimes they tell the drivers what they want to hear.
2 laps to go on the stage.
We make this pit stop at the end of stage 2. That could be it, because you don't have to come back for fuel. History would suggest somewhere in that final stage, you'll get a caution and come down and pit again, maybe more than once, because you'll have enough tires to do that. But it's possible to run it out. Well, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
Ooh,
Larson. Right there on the top, leaving black marks next to the corner. The line that he runs leaves him in a great position, though, because as you watch all these guys enter a little bit low, it gives him the clean air that he needs. And what he'll do right here is he won't use full throttle to drive right up on him. You'll kind of be lazy through the middle of the corner so you have the momentum on the exit to pass him on the straightaway.
How about Larson when he won here in 2020?
Racing through golden hour.
Laps. That's the most laps he had ever led in
Beautiful.
a race here until
And here comes Kyle Larson. Will win stage 2 at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina for the O'Reilly race.
At Darlington.
Won both stages today, led every lap so far.
Jones up there with Allgaier, Retzloff top 5 in the stage.
Battle here, Sawalich got Creed.
And Sawalich going to get the final stage point. As you said, he's able to hold
So it's about a 19 and a half minute green flag run there for stage 2. I'm going to go outside and smoke once again, and I'll be back.
Stage 2. It stops when we come back.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What? At a lobster tail, and you're pushing $50. Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireball.
Christopher David Bell. He's 4 years old.
Bell has driven to victory. That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. 3rd grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, little slug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So hot. Wait, there's no ice in yours. Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
NASCAR gets wild on the CW. When racing's newest superstars compete with everything on the line. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, next Saturday from Martinsville at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific.
We had a recent slip and fall in one of the retail stores in town. Clients had walked into the bathroom, the floor had just been mopped, there was no signs, and he slipped and fell, injuring his back. The insurance company for the store was denying the claim. worked hard, sent our investigator out, got some medical reports. We were able to settle that case. That's just one example where we got our client the maximum reward. Stanley Law, the maximum award, people.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Truck Month only happens once a year.
So it's gotta be big.
Like available Pro Power on board big.
Protect it with the Ford Security Package big. Biggest deals of the year big.
There's only one, Ford Truck Month.
Deal's so good, we need a bigger door big.
Oh yeah. Right now, get a Ford F-150 with 0% financing, plus 1,000 Truck Month cash, or lease one for just $299 a month. Only at your local Ford stores.
Get the CNY Central Weather Authority app now. Weather comes at you fast. Get the information you need and keep safe. Download the CNY Central Weather Authority app now. NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Sport Clips. It's a game changer. Toyota, let's go places. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. 2 stages down at Darlington, and the wheel and caution lights are on. What you're seeing on the track right now is the same wheel and emergency warning technology used by police, fire, and EMS vehicles across America, trusted every day to protect those who protect us. Kyle Larson gets the sweep. I said going to break, I got a little excited about Viking and their performance. I said they were 1st and 7th. They're 5th and 7th, but either way, remarkable what they've been able to do here. And I would really put the exclamation point on Anthony Alfredo, who, because of the metric, had to go out early in qualifying after the troubles he had last week to drive up in the top 10. Just remarkable.
And definitely, you know, they've, as a younger team, pit crews can be tough to get the fastest pit crews, so we'll see if they can keep those positions, but a great job by them.
Progressive Pit Road is open. Larson leading them down, Dylan.
Pit in with Brandon Jones in the 20 car. He said his initial throttle pickup point in the center of the corner, the car is good. But if Dylan's loose off the corner, they'll make a small adjustment there. Carson Quaffle in the middle said his car was tighter and way more drivable.
Oh, somebody else is around again. Is that Jesse Love again? No, I don't think it's Jesse Love, but somebody else is around. Yeah, Darlington Pit Road's a tough one.
He asked for that, said, I could stand to be a little bit tighter, but I was sliding the fronts in 1 and 2 at the end of that run. No big swings, that quick tighten up for him. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, snow blue fuel.
Race off Progressive Pit Road.
And Brandon Jones wins the race off pit road. Kyle Larson will not lead every lap. It was Ross Chastain who spun around on pit road. He's currently making his pit stop Watkins Glen style.
Of Ross Chastain. Larson comes off 2nd, Allgaier, Day, and then Bell. Let's watch this.
This is going to be possibly similar to what we saw from Jesse Love and Williams Sawallich. So the 9 starts to check up, and Anthony Alfredo gets into it. One of the reasons is you watch your lights so closely here as he gets to the tires, and that can make it tough to see what's ahead of you.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan.
So excited to finally get together. I don't know. This took us too long.
The Colonel never wanted to give someone a meal they didn't love, so he made the $20 Build-A-Bucket. Your choice of 8-piece chicken or tenders, 4 sides, 4 biscuits. That way, if you weren't happy, he could say, don't blame me, you built it. KFC's $20 Build-A-Bucket.
As we mark 250 years of America, Wounded Warrior Project honors those who serve. They've given us their commitment and sacrifice. We're here to give them a brighter future. Our programs and services help warriors access VA benefits, improve mental and physical health, and thrive for a lifetime. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA250.
Christopher David Bell, he's 4 years old.
Bell has driven to victory. That check is for $1 million.
When every mile matters, where will your journey take you?
And Progressive makes getting claim support so easy.
Joe Lyons is Pixel Progressive.
Wow, they support you, Grandma supports you. You're a lucky guy.
Joe doesn't have Progressive and takes it out on those who do.
Ross Chastain has a penalty for the uncontrolled tire. I feel like it's kind of bullshit, though, because he kind of got spun, and then the pig guy kind of got hit, so
I'm putting my
I
Progressive.
don't feel like it was fair. A fair penalty.
Look how young you were.
But I guess the rule's the rule.
Look how cute you were
Get good coverage and savings for yourself.
before you could talk.
What causes a curve down
Is it
there?
Peyronie's disease? There's someone you haven't talked to for help?
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease? Find a urology specialist who treats PD at GoGetSomebody.com.
Folks, I've seen a thing or two. But these prescription prices? Crazy. Higher than a rooster on stilts. Ain't that right, Dusty Pete?
Reckon it's time we rope them in.
Good all Rex makes saving time and money easier than splitting a biscuit. Paper's looking mighty big for its britches there, partner.
Save time and money on prescriptions. Check GoodRx.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11.
Tuesday, NXT on the CW strikes with force. As Tony D'Angelo clashes with Ricky Saints. All new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Getting ready for the final stage in Darlington, South Carolina for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. This stage break brought to you by Arby's. It's a great scene, isn't it? Great night as the sun sets here in South Carolina. Brandon Jones getting an assist on pit road. Now we see what he can do with Larson.
And the question we had was, what would Larson choose to do at the choose? Does he go to the outside, which we've seen just not work for anyone, to keep second place, or does he choose to go to the inside?
Why does that say it's red?
Let's go back and revisit what happened to Ross Chastain coming onto the pit lane.
Well,
Yeah, no, okay, it was a
very
glitch.
Similar to Swallow getting into the back of Jesse Love earlier. You see right there, Ross started to slow down for his pit box. Anthony Alfredo behind him. And I'm with you, Parker. I believe it's people looking at their lights.
Yes.
You're just trying to maximize those lights. The tire got hit, shoots out all the way across pit road. This is super dangerous for the pit crew members, not only with the car sliding sideways, but based on if that tire gets hit again, flying down pit road. Yeah, NASCAR called him out for an uncontrolled tire. There was a few more things uncontrolled at that point, like the whole race car. That was the least of their concern.
What's up, Kim?
Yeah, we're going to get a check in Kyle Larson's tires. Remember, this was the first right front tire that came off at the end of stage one, so heavy cording across the entire surface. This right here was the right front that just came off, so still some cording, but along that inner shoulder of the tire. Now, Marty Lindley, the crew chief, did warn Kyle, if this goes green, this will be the longest run of the day, so be careful with those tires.
Larson goes inside
All right, here we go.
of row 2 instead of taking the front
Back
row.
green.
They're coming through the pole restart zone. Brandon Jones in charge as we begin the final stage.
Larson did not get a good restart.
Green flash back in the air.
Able to stay closed up. Allgaier did an exceptional job on the outside. Brandon Jones is going to be in the right place on turn 2. Allgaier said, "Thank you."
And Allgaier takes the lead there.
All day, you give me the front row and I'll take the lead.
That was a great restart by Allgaier.
It's like,
In a place that
you know, it was Corey Day made a little bit of contact with the wall.
all day in terms of getting the power down. He did that.
Here comes Larson battling Allgaier.
On the outside, and that was in the preferred groove as they went through 2, and the 20, and Brandon Jones had no move except to just let him down. Well, and Larson's going to have to push a little harder now at the start of this, which raises even a bigger issue of, does he push that right front tire too hard at the beginning? Marty Lindley told him it's going to be the longest run of the day. Does he have to push his car harder here, or can he manage that? Yeah, this could be 4 or 5 laps longer than we saw in that first run of the day in terms of if we go green all the way to the end.
To Jesse Love trying to make his way back through up to the top 10 after they had the spin, lost all the track position at the end of that opening stage. By the way, Ross Chastain, who had that problem at the end of stage 2, restarted outside the top 20. He's 23rd. Josh Williams got the free pass into stage 2. He's 24th. Final car on the lead lap 9, trying to make his way back up toward the top 15.
Allgaier, lots of short run speed right here. I think he's running the line that Larson would prefer to run. Kyle just trying to get to some clean air right there. Allgaier was 0.2 quicker the last lap, about a 10th quicker this lap. We'll see how that goes.
Only had the 2 stage cautions today. That's about it.
Time to go full throttle with Sound Gear. Wherever sound is a problem, Sound Gear has the solution. Scan the QR code to learn more at soundgear.com. Turn it up.
Duke leading by 4, Houston leading by 5, and Texas game just started.
I don't think it was too hard of the hand.
Put a little bit of money on some of those, like,
right now,
for parlays and shit.
Yeah, no smoke. It doesn't it didn't look like that much damage. Honestly, when he first happened, I thought the contact looked a lot bigger. Got a replay of it there.
Christopher Bell looks like they maybe worked on this machine a little racier. Yeah, a little better. It looks to me. He talked about how loose he was early on. Well, there's a little wiggle for you, but it's like a little bit more under control. And then he, on cue, said, Parker, not at all.
How about this guy? You talk about the comeback of the day. Sheldon Creed doesn't have a great qualifying run. Weren't overly impressed with the car in practice. Really struggled stage 1 in stage 2. And, here he is in position to make a play. Up to 5th in the running order. Make it, 5th in the running order, getting around Corey Day.
Well, one thing to keep in mind, guys, is the sun's starting to go down. The track will go through a little bit of a change here. I think that will make the tire wear better. Maybe the car's not sliding around quite so much. Also, as I look at the leaders, we talked about Allgaier getting away from Larson. Kind of going the other way now. Here it is, Parker. We had that other... Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. That other perspective, I think, of being on the wall made it look a little bit worse. Didn't lose any speed, though.
Not at all. And if you're going to hit it, this is the perfect way to do it. You kind of bounce off. Don't get stuck. Don't get wall glue and suddenly ride the wall. It gives you the best chance to get away with it and not damage one of those tires. We also saw Quapple moving up into 7th there. Had a really slow stop under that stage break where the hose got caught on the splitter. So he's trying to come back from that.
This will be fun to watch. The different lines these two guys are running. I just saw Larson run that little bit higher entry. See him turning down. See his car might be a little bit tight on exit. We know that right front tire has been an issue. Justin, though, in practice, when we watched, he ran super high, but he's giving Kyle a little bit of air on entry. Kyle probably trying to turn down right there. All he's doing, Kyle would prefer to run high.
Got
he's
40
just
laps
trying
to
go.
go.
Some clean air on the nose.
But he's trying to adjust the first time all day where he has to follow another car.
that he's not lapping.
You go back to last week at Las Vegas. Allgaier comes out, wins stage 1, stage 2. Larson wins the race. You come to the race here today. Larson wins stage 1, stage 2, and Allgaier in position now. Race lead with 40 to go as these two go back and forth. A couple of California drivers, Day and Creed. Quapple right up behind him now. We go side by side. Allgaier leading Larson, Bell, Jones, and Day.
It's looking gross.
Jesse, you remember Danny?
Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks.
Here we go. How are you doing that?
Four parks. One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Tajin chamoy sauce, that tangy taste explosion with a fruity kick, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajin it?
Butterfly shrimp and steak to go. Tonight, we feast.
Yeah, we dine like royalty.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Oh, okay. You are banished from the land.
Not yet, huzzah!
No, take a sip.
It feels so good.
Okay.
I can't. Huzzah!
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
When we started Allegiance,
Have you ever
we
hit
were
on a parlay?
shocked to learn how many
I
American
have,
flags
actually.
are actually made overseas.
A few times.
If there's one thing that deserves to be made here in America, it should start with the American flag. At Allegiance, we do it differently. Flags 100% made in America by Americans with
35
American
to go.
materials. Join our pledge to make the American flag truly American.
Visit showallegiance.com to get your high-quality American flag.
Larson and
today.
All Guy are racing
That's
hard for this lead here.
showallegiance.com.
Why can't psoriasis just leave me alone? The inflammation inside, this on the outside. The pills and creams haven't done enough for me. I can feel the stares, hear the whispers. I'm done. So done.
Talk to your dermatologist about your psoriasis symptoms and treatment options. Go to sodone.com.
I'm glad we were side by side on CW because the race for the lead has just been remarkable. Allgaier trying to hold on, but Larson absolutely in his hip pocket.
This has been an awesome battle, and Justin's doing a great job of driving defensively to cover.
Great racer
Larson's
for the
just
lead
a bit
here.
Better than him. It's down here into one where Larson runs that line, gets to the rear bumper right now.
There's Larson going to the bumper.
Using,
Not going to get him there.
Justin has a shallower entry. It gets him to a rear bumper.
Oh, here he comes. Here comes Larson. Larson takes the lead.
There he goes. Yeah, Kyle got right to his rear bumper, got him loose in the middle of the corner, and then was able to turn down underneath him. It was really just a matter of time as we watched under commercial break. We were wondering how long until the 88 could get back up front.
I want to remind everyone, when the schedule came out and the Cup drivers from Hendrick Motorsports were going to come over and drive this 88 car, today was scheduled to be Alex Bowman. We know he's dealing with the health issues.
Yeah.
Kyle talked about that after winning the pole earlier today. So we send our best to Alex. We hope to see you back at the track real soon. Thinking about you and wishing you all the best.
Absolutely can't wait to see Alex back. It's got to be hard to watch the car you're supposed to be in, whether it's the 48 on Sunday or the 88 here today. Can't wait to see him get back and get on the track.
Yeah, now Larson's led 95 laps. Allgaier led 16, and Brandon Jones led 4.
Really fell from grace in that opening stage, and you felt like couldn't find it, is back inside the top 10. 9th right now for driver 41. I almost feel like that the guys from HFT dialed their car in for the cooler temperatures and the shade, because we practiced
Dusk racing.
and we knew that this track would be different in the race than what it was during practice, and here we are, money on the line, and both these cars have come to life late.
It's a good bet for sure, and I think they've just worked on them. I think the driver behind the wheel, that 41 Sam Mayer, is really good and adept at these racetracks. There's that. Yeah, I think that helps. So all those things combined, and that's why we run the races, and that's why you look forward to those pit stops to be able to work on these cars and make adjustments, and that's what great teams do, is they make a car better. They find a way to evaluate in those runs and say, okay, this is what the track's going to do, this is what we need to do to the car to react to that. As we see Sanchez and Ryan Sieg very close off of turn 2. I lost my train of thought, but
Yeah, Sieg packed a bunch of air on Nick Sanchez right there on the exit of 2. Got him loose. You see he's going to slide him down here, turns 3 and 4.
Hey, Sanchez from the back.
Austin Hill running in 33rd, 2 laps down
For them, as good a day as they've
after
had
his
this year,
issues
with the
early.
exception of that third
Hit the
place
wall
run.
in the early laps. Looked fine for a bit, and then toward the end of stage 1, ended up tire going down.
Outside the top 10 this year, and he's got company.
Had a long pit stop.
I mean, Viking Motorsports in general has been
Under
awesome
green.
today. Alfredo putting pressure on
So try to come back from that.
Going to be able to slide by him.
Up to
right
27th
there.
at one
Jesse
point,
Lopez,
but
got into the fence just a little bit. That's a classic case, like we talked about in the pre-race. You got to race the racetrack. You know, Alfredo's going high. You just can't drive any harder than you already are, because you're on the verge of wrecking every lap here.
And one of the tools you have in that car is to possibly adjust brake bias, because at this point you'll be using more brake inside the race car. And it's not just for slowing the car down and changing its handling, as you see Jesse get loose there when we're on board in 3 and 4. It's also about where you're placing the heat in the tires. If you dial some rear brake bias to take some heat out of the front tires, or put it forward and heat up the fronts a little bit more. All those factors are some of just the limited tools. I'm not saying this would have a large effect, but it's the limited tools that a driver has at their disposal when you're starting to struggle late in the run here.
You know, guys, one of the things that I saw when Larson was trying to get by Allgaier was the line that he was running. He was obviously entering really high into turn 1. And then trying to turn down underneath him, where he completed the pass in turn 2, but in turns 3 and 4 all day long, we've watched the 88 run right against the fence, enter really high and ride that all the way around and carrying a lot of momentum. See if he does it again right here. This last few laps, he's consistent with entering high and then right in the middle of the corner, turning down, driving off the wall, driving off a little straighter. And I gotta wonder if he learned something when he passed the 7 that just felt better.
But the 7 has been at times in his last few laps a bit faster than Kyle Larson, that 88.
Oh, trouble! Here we go. Got a wreck. Austin Hill and Kyle Sieg. That'll about be it for Austin Hill. Oh, and another hard hit. What happened?
They had slowed down. And Austin Hill's day just bad to worse. He'll have to call 1-800-PACK-RAT to move that thing up and take it home.
Damn.
Kyle Sieg had the speed early, coming off that top 15 run last week at Las Vegas. Second top 15 of the year. Got the 14th place finish a week ago.
We got a wreck. We got a
after
crash.
a speeding penalty.
That car is destroyed. So this happened off of turn 2 with Kyle Sieg and
LeVar Scott
involved.
P7.
Believe that Dean Thompson was possibly involved with.
So that was a little bit over a 13-minute green flag run.
What we love about this race car is how it can be aero manipulated. This actually maybe involved a little contact at that point. So that's the car super on edge. We saw that with Austin Hill, who hit the wall there earlier today. We've seen other cars get super loose. And then there's checkups. You're on older tires.
Hit the wall hard.
These cars don't slow down nearly as well, and you don't hit the brakes as hard as you would in that moment and suddenly realize I can't stop, or they'll lock up very easily. And it seems like there was more of a chain reaction behind with LeBay and LeVar Scott.
Dean Thompson, the only one involved here that was not at least a lap down. Watch the 54 Taylor Gray. I think he gets a little bit of damage.
Just a touch there.
But Harrison, Burton, and Williams somehow able to weave through there unscathed.
Oh, and LeVar and
Oh, yeah, it was LeBay had the hard hit to the
one was
wall.
coming up the track and one was coming down the track. LeBay was trying to come down for some
Oh,
reason.
we got a wreck.
Possibly just saw a cleaner bit of track.
I think that Kyle Sieg knew that Dean Thompson was on
When did
his
he
inside.
say
Because
that?
Dean was there. It just looked like Kyle started coming down the racetrack like he wasn't aware he was to his inside. That's frustrating to get wrecked after the wreck. You mentioned it. LeBay was moving down the track. I don't know if LeVar didn't get slowed down or watch out. Hey, damn, kill a guy with a jack.
add insult to injury on that one.
Alex from Canada has whole family here this weekend. Second start of the campaign.
Alex LeBay is done for the day. That's a
miserable
Alex
day
LeBay is done for the day.
And they were disappointed last week.
For
at
him,
Las
no
Vegas, a
race,
track where he's
and
won, felt good about things. He's
he is super gay.
As we look at our standings live,
Nah, that'd be
down
my
to
thing.
fifth
That'd be what I would say if I was Daniel
on the
Dye.
board and was leading early in the season. Let's get a little Kyle Seeger radio here.
What you got here? Destroy piece of shit. Let me get down the field and get off the corner.
They're angry.
Well,
Free
quite
passes,
the
Jeremy
exactly what he
Clements.
said. He's obviously really frustrated. Felt like Dean didn't give him enough room.
Well, he said basically didn't let him get down the hill, which means kind of get down the racetrack to the preferred lane there, which there really is. That's a one-lane corner. But
What does that mean, Jaden?
There's a
To get sleeved.
There's a preferred lane,
right?
And the
I'm
point
gonna
which
ask ChatGPT.
assuming from what the lateness that we had when we caught it was that he was turning down, assuming Dean was sort of backing out. He wasn't, and they connected. And it's not dissimilar to what we saw from Austin Hill earlier on in the race when he got sideways and into that wall, really hurting his own race.
I'd say one thing we haven't discussed here is probably going to see pit stops.
Wait,
right?
are you talking about like
Sure,
a weight loss procedure?
Everything.
You got two sets laying there, right? You'll pit here, and we get another caution in 10 or 12 laps. They'll come back.
You talking about me getting beaten?
Free pass goes to Jeremy Clements, South Carolina-born driver.
Say what you really mean, Jaden.
Making his
Don't hide behind
536
confusing terms.
starts today, passing Jeff Green, who won here in 2001 for second on the all-time start list in the O'Reilly Auto Car
Jaden, you're
Series.
thinking about that?
Carson
Bro, Jaden,
shut
you're really
down the
thinking about
engine.
that? That's
A lot of
fucking
just to
weird.
cool it down. Fuel not necessarily a concern right here.
That's
knowing that
wild,
they're gonna
dude. I'm
pit.
just trying to sit here and watch the race, and you're fucking talking about all that shit.
Frustrated to have come in there in the top
That's-
three. They can redeem themselves though right here.
And had
You're
that
disturbed,
bad pit stop,
man.
And now he's sitting eighth.
I mean, I love you, bro, but you got
you're
some
sort of
problems.
Thinking to yourself, come on, guys, let's give me what you know you could do.
Hey, an opportunity for the 9 team as well. When you think about what happened to them the last time, he drove from outside the top 20 up to 15. You get a few spots on pit road, get a good restart, and he could find his way back up inside the top 10. Talking Ross Chastain.
Oh, that's what Daniel Dye said.
Let's get an update. Christopher Bell riding third, Dylan.
Yeah, I was interested to actually see if that run stayed green, what their car was going to do here, as we'll give you a Toyota driver update on the driver of this 19, Christopher Bell. They really were working on the long run today. They feel like their short run the last couple of years here has been where they were really strong, but wanted to get better on the long run. And just looking at what Christopher said on the feedback, I think they had gotten there. He's going to want to get freed up a little bit on this stop. He felt like they were really, really good on the top because of the changes they made at the most recent stop at the end of stage 2. So he just wants a little bit of turn for this short run to try to help him get off the corner a little bit better. But I think they've got this car as good as it's been all day here, and maybe just one more small adjustment will have the 19 right where they need to be.
Thank you, Dylan. Now our golden moment brought to you by Golden Corral. Talk about the importance of pit road. It's going to be huge right here. Undoubtedly, everybody going to come down. We've had some big moments today.
People have been running into each other. Basically, it's a tough pit road. It's curved at the beginning, and then it's just sort of awkward down the rest of the way. You're watching your lights. That's what Andy Alfredo most likely was doing there, not realizing that Chastain's pitting. Remember, you've got different drivers in these cars than you see every week. You got different paint schemes. No one knows where each other's pitted. All those factors line up to the issues we've seen.
Progressive pit road, going to be huge right here. Larson in front of Allgaier. Here's Dylan Welch.
Yeah, Allgaier first pit box there at the entry of pit road. Fired off free there, but he said don't touch it for the short run. 4 tires and 3 seconds of fuel is all they need. Told you about Christopher Bell. Said they added a bunch of grip, which was awesome, but now we're just a little bit snug on exit, which helped a ton running the top in 1 and 2. Just wants to keep turning in the 19 for the short run, Kim.
That blue and white Chevrolet of Kyle Larson, he's still happy. He said, I'm pretty good, just driving pretty easy. Balance is good, could stand to be barely tighter, so just a small adjustment on that Chevrolet with tires and fuel for Larson.
Race off Progressive Pit Road. It's going to be a big one. You want control of this race. And look who's done it again. 20 team knocking it out of the park. Brandon Jones.
Brandon Jones to the lead there. Larson loses 4 spots.
+1 for Corey Day, and the 88 of Kyle Larson goes back to the 5th position. Restart is absolutely going to be electric when we come back for the final laps at Darlington.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler. Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you. Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
Arby's Meat and 3 Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken. And now, you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Everyone's trying to find their inner peace these days. Turns out, peace tastes just like chicken done right. Kingsford, savor it.
Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Booty.
It's like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What if I told you that one of the best things you can do to improve the look and performance of your car can be done for under $20 and in less than 30 minutes?
Fix your cloudy and weathered headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait until it's too late. Buy today for under $20.
You know, WeatherTech isn't just for new cars. No matter how old or new your car is, it deserves WeatherTech. With laser measured protection for practically every car on the road, we've got you covered. Because messes don't care what year your car is. Whatever you're driving, we got it. We got it. We got it. Got it. We got it. We've got it. Oh, we got it. No matter what year your vehicle is, it deserves WeatherTech. Order your American-made protection today at WTU.com. Or WeatherTech. You know we got it.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by
Larson had a bad stop.
Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. Progressive Insurance. Get in the savings lane today. Visit progressive.com. And by the Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express Card. The emotion of that win a year ago for Brandon Jones, snapping a 98 race winless streak, was outstanding. And his mentality and approach last year just seemed to change. I think about where he's at here now. When he gets a great pit stop, you're in control of this race at a track where you've won, you've got confidence. Joe Gibbs Racing winless on the campaign, Toyota winless, so much in front of this team, and it's great. And we're seeing all the action from high above, courtesy of GovX. GovX, savings for those who serve.
One thing that's not playing into Brandon Jones' favor, he's got the track position, but he hasn't been good on the short run. Like, he's been a long run car, gonna have 16, 17 laps to go when we go back green. Allgaier looked like he fired off really well. I think the choose, to me, is the most interesting part that's going to happen here. I know Justin got the lead from the outside,
the choose.
But does he take third here? Does he go back to the outside? I think Larson might be too far back to win in fifth. Parker, you said you thought he could still get it done. I think he can get it done.
How do you ever bet against him?
Yeah,
You know?
he ran about 8th last week for about a majority of that race, and then what did he do?
Fair enough.
He won.
What about the guy out front, Dylan?
Well, Brandon Jones and crew chief Sam McCauley are discussing tactics on this restart and how they want to do things to try to hold on to the track position. Take a listen.
Just trying to work on that launch as much as possible.
We're going to be going back in with about 15 laps to go.
Yeah, I think that's where we were right there.
They did not get to choose there.
I did have some wheel spin there as well on top of it. Don't let the 7 push you too low. I think he's trying to push himself out of the rubber on the front stretch.
And something, too, Jamie, that you mentioned, they haven't been great maybe on the short run. I asked him and Sam about that earlier today, and they studied pretty extensively the data from Christopher Bell the last couple of years. He was so good on the short run, Bell was, so that's the advantage of having a teammate in-house that does things maybe a little better or better than you're doing at that moment. You can study that, so we'll see if what they studied is able to translate here for the final 15 laps or so.
Great information there, Dylan. And you know, one of the things that stuck out to me was we heard Allgaier's crew chief say, hey, 3 seconds of fuel. You don't have to fill it up here. And if your balance is off, they can free the car up, not put as much fuel in it to get the balance where they want it. This could change the whole dynamic of what all of these guys have, of who guesses right and who guesses wrong.
It's a great point. It just tightens up the race car a little bit.
I love it when you guys get along. Choose Rule brought to you by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose. More ways
getting the choose here, 1 to go until we go green.
Outside, Allgaier said it once.
It's not broke, don't fix it.
We got to do it again.
And one thing they referenced on Brandon's radio there was don't let the 7 push you down. And what they mean by that is just trying to get into that lower lane, out of the rubber and where the asphalt has been sort of pushed down from the cars running up there. That's why it doesn't have as much grip on the outside lane. You'll see Justin try to cheat him there. If you're Brandon, you almost put your car in a position that doesn't allow Justin to force you down, and just be cognizant of that.
I like the position Corey Day's in. One thing we talked about is that they continue to get better as the race goes on. This week has continued a similar streak. He's done a great job of slight scuffs.
Hey, yeah, right.
Little long-ass caution.
But look who he's up there with. It's amazing. Allgaier's won here 3 times. And we talk about Brandon Jones, who's got 2 wins. One last year. Bell's a cup regular. Larson, and they won here. And then, oh, by the way, Corey Day's right in the hunt.
Been about 15 minutes.
I think we're starting to see what Jeff Gordon and Kyle Larson and Rick Hendricks see in this young man.
There's a red flag at that point, so they're wasting all those laps.
Really impressive.
And he continues to impress.
Like a place like
so
this,
good about it.
To continue to improve and just, I mean, it's obvious that he's a real
All right, going back green.
The last 10 races here, won by
Gonna be 15 laps to go.
Joe Gibbs Racing. They've got the front row. Restart with 15 to go. Brandon Jones controls from the inside lane. To his right, Justin Allgaier. Here they are in the pole.
Green flag's back in the air.
Gosh, looks like another really good launch by Allgaier. Can he carry that momentum? He's probably in the preferred position. On the outside, they're 1 and 2. These guys are running wide open through there. Look at him carry the momentum. Get the lead again.
Sandy Smith backing up. There's Allgaier outside lane on point. What a restart for the 7.
Really well done, and he did exactly what the 20 team didn't want him to do. Justin pushed the 20 down the racetrack as the 20 got going on the throttle. You saw them almost skew low. That gave Justin just that extra little bit of bite to stay beside him into 1 and have the momentum on the outside to 2.
Corey Day went to the inside of 3 and 4, trying to get to the inside of Bell. Actually gave up a position to Larson, who committed to the outside. He's up to 3rd now.
Last 4 drivers to win in Darlington, running 1st to 4th right now with 14.
Allgaier with a lead.
Back in the pack, they'll write off another caution because they're getting after it. 0 is Creed, the 1 is Quapple.
All over this.
There you go, buddy. Elbows out. Let's go.
Elbows out. That's exactly right.
That's the best way to describe it. That's what we're seeing from outside the car. How about this, Justin Allgaier? Here we are closing on the end. Just ran the fastest lap of the day.
Yeah, Allgaier with the fastest lap.
I was just going to reference at this point in the race, 13 to go, newer tires. The whole day you've been focused on taking care of those tires, treating them nicely, and then suddenly you're tasked with go as hard as you can, don't worry about it. They'll last 13 laps. The track position matters more than how you treat the tires in this moment.
Once again, Allgaier, fastest lap, got the clean air out front. You mentioned it, nobody holding back right now. Everybody giving it all they've got. We talked about the crew chiefs. Have they made the right adjustments? Sure does look to me like the 7 has made the right decisions. With such a minimal amount of time left, 12 laps, we're going to have some fall off, but nothing like we've seen earlier in the race.
What about Andrew Overstreet?
He's just overseeing it.
But I just think about everything that he's been through and the struggles that he faced last year. Even though he got Carson Quapple to the championship 4, there were a lot of adversities for that team. You make the change in the offseason, he replaces Jim Pullman, who goes to the Cup level as Justin Allgaier's crew chief, and they have been outstanding from day one.
And you think back that he gets that win with Connor Zilich's first win. Adrian Overstreet, the guy in the back there, the third guy in row, there on top of the 7th pit box on the left side of your screen. He then goes and does that year with Carson Kvapil, where he was under immense pressure for having to try and get Carson to victory lane. They make the chip 4, which maybe made up for not getting in victory lane, but then Justin Allgaier's team handpicked him as the guy they wanted to lead this race team this year, and you can see why.
Well, I think it also makes a major statement about the leadership qualities of Justin Allgaier. And look at this.
Jesse Love doing a good move there.
He was 13th, but knocking on the door of the top 10, trying to get a 2-for-1, racing Alfredo and Ryan Sieg.
God, he way overdrove the entry to turn 3. It's going to pay the penalty, but the draft's going to help him down the French stretches.
Got good racing here.
Those guys are lined up. Leave Sieg on his own on the inside.
13th to 11. Saw Chastain in that mix. Had the issues at the end of stage 2 on the pit lane. He's trying for a comeback.
Oh, man.
That's Chastain right there, doing Chastain things, not afraid. Sliding to the inside of Sieg, now back up the track. They're all over the place with 8 to go.
Well, I'd say Chastain better hope that he can get away right now, because I don't think Sieg was pleased with that at all. And if he can get back to him, I think he's going to let him know. But see Sanchez kind of feel, oh boy, there they go. See if there's any retaliation right here. Ross being super aggressive at the end. We've heard Sieg talk about how frustrated he is with some of the non-regulars, the Cup guys coming down. Oh, he just caught that rear bumper right there.
Allgaier doesn't want to caution. His teammate might be a part of one here.
Yeah, and Sieg showed his displeasure the way he squeezed him down into 3 after that hit.
Chastain settles out 13th.
Sanchez working the bottom right there. You see how loose the car gets, so it's so hard right here. Seeing contact by multiple cars. Did you see both those guys giving each other plenty of room, side drafting each other? Taylor Gray is going to give the 39 a little push down the back.
This has been a stellar day for AM Racing and Nick Sanchez. I mean, taking nothing away from their 3rd place finish at Atlanta earlier this year, but this is a tough track for a team that doesn't have every resource, but they have come to play, been very impressive. And just as I say that, Taylor Gray saving his best for last. They have struggled, got some damage in that last incident, but he's 15th now.
And for Nick Sanchez right there, that was kind of a product of he was driving so deep into the corners, trying to clear Sieg. They were stuck side by side. He paid the price on the exit of 4 that one time as he drove it so deeply in there and ends up losing 2 positions.
5 laps to go. You know, Carson Kvapil has been magic when he's driving the 1. Bounced around a lot this year, 4th consecutive week. He's been in a different car. But the last time he drove the 1, outstanding at Phoenix with a top 5, delivering again today right behind Larson.
Having to recover from a slower pit stop a little bit earlier in the race, but he's done an exceptional job. That car in front of him has led the majority of this race. He's going to have a nice little run on him right here.
And right now, he's better than Kyle Larson.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's a great feeling.
This is a tough pass, though.
Kyle races him off into the corner. You see, he has to pitch it. Kyle's going to have a little bit of momentum on the outside right here. So hard to complete that pass.
Yeah, you really, if you want to be on the inside there, you've got to almost have your car far ahead of that outside car as you enter into 1 and do that shortcut. But he's doing a great job down here at 3 and 4, where you use that, where that white line is, you almost use it to turn the car as the banking starts.
I think Chastain's going to race Ryan Sieg too hard right here. But remember the frustration. You said it, and Ross is going to know that from inside of the car. That he got aggressive on Ryan, and Ryan pitched him down. I'm sure there was a hand gesture at some point to show his frustration with him. Sieg having a good run here, though, getting back by Ross.
Allgaier coming through turns 3 and 4. It'll be 2 laps to go this time for the veteran driver.
Here he comes.
Will be the first repeat winner of
Allgaier with 2 laps to go here at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
And Parker, we talked about it. Should the Cup guys come back down and run in the O'Reilly Series? Yes. Yep. We got to see Kyle Larson do an exceptional job all day long. We got Christopher Bell in the race, Ross Chastain. But I'll promise you, for Justin Allgaier, this is a sweeter victory than if they're not in the race. To be able to beat the best of the Cup Series in yours awesome day for him. And filling in for Alex Bowman on Sunday in the 48 once again. So is racing on
Here he
Sundays.
comes.
But to your point, that's why I think this is so great. It's great.
And Justin Allgaier takes the white flag one more time around at Darlington Raceway.
But they come down here in short bursts and let them try and see if they're good.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank for what's ahead. Off the turn 2 for Justin Allgaier. Right where he needed to be when you can see the pay window open up.
It's open, and he's going to catch that check in just a second.
The old veteran driver going to win at the old historic track.
Justin Allgaier comes around and he will win the O'Reilly Series race at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina.
Never give up. Good job, Seneca. The pit crew on the off the favorite coverage. Let's go have some fun. Excellent work. I know we weren't pretty all day, but man.
That's about an 8-minute and 2-second green flag run to end the race.
You boys are my heroes. Thank you.
Justin Allgaier, 30th career win. Ties Joey Logano for 7th on the all-time wins list. 9th season where he's recorded multiple wins. And he breaks that streak to begin 2026. 5 races, 5 winners, event number 6 today. And Justin Allgaier cashes in for the 2nd time on the campaign.
And think of the way he did it. Restarting in the non-preferred groove twice.
I love seeing his dad down there on pit road. It's got to be so special to have him there, go to victory lane, and he's put himself in some elite company, being able to win 4 times here at Darlington. I think about names like Mark Martin, Jeff Burton. I mean, guys, historical what he's been able to do in his career. There's his dad right there. That's so special. Doesn't get to come to probably every race. To get to be here.
And Justin talked about the offseason and going home and being a part of his family.
Allgaier
Taking on a
burning it
leadership
down.
role there as well. And it's always nice to celebrate with those you love. And Allgaier gets to do it one more time.
Blew out his
today.
tire.
Last week at Las Vegas, Allgaier swept the stages. Larson won the race. Today, Larson sweeps stage 1 and stage 2. But the checkered flag belongs to Justin Allgaier. And after the burnout, he'll drive over to Mobile 1 victory lane. It's a familiar scene. That 7 car victorious in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
NASCAR Powerball. The chase to 1 million is on.
Finalists, are you ready?
Don't miss your chance to collect cash prizes on your way to an all-new destination where you could take home $1 million.
The winner is contestant number 2.
I can't believe it.
The official lottery game of NASCAR is back for the chase. Powerball. The chase to 1 million starts now.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What?
Teeny tiny shrimp. But don't worry, here we have big butterfly shrimp.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
New Skechers Aeroburst. Running shoes that push the laws of aerodynamics. It all starts with Skechers Hyperburst technology. Supercritical foam that gives Aeroburst unbelievable response and propulsion. Plus a carbon-infused H-plate that returns more energy. Skechers Aeroburst.
Sometimes the best way to tell people you love them is to let a grill full of Kingsford do the talking. Kingsford, savor it.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking of the incredible breakthrough, the communications satellite. These things will make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other, wherever we may be. When that time comes, the whole world will have shrunk to a point.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company.
So Justin Allgaier, your winner here.
We offer high-quality polarized shades.
Darlington Raceway having a moment with his family. The fucking safer barrier.
Or broken.
I don't know what he's doing.
So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever light throws.
The fastest lap.
Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
We got the right stuff. We put the hammer right down. Wanna be like us? You can let us go around. If you want it, you gotta prove it.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salts, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tahini?
So close. Juicy, remember Danny? Hey. Hey. Nice fit, bro. Thanks. How are you doing that?
4 parks. 1 vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
Incredible run for Junior Motorsports. They won 4 races in a row. It's their third 4-race win streak in the last 22 events overall. Just remarkable what they've been able to accomplish. And now our Mobil 1 winning moment from Darlington.
He did such an awesome job. The only guy to be able to get the lead on the outside in 2 days of racing, and he didn't do it once. He did it twice in a row. Justin Allgaier manned up, was able to get the power down, and look at the move on the outside. Gone.
Pretty exceptional. He did it by shoving that 20 just down the racetrack to get that little bit extra grip. It shows why he is the veteran he is and how successful he has been. Is because he just thinks through all those little details, and he showed it there 2 consecutive
Kids are in the
we
car.
talk about the win streak for Junior Motorsports. Last year they put 5 cars in the top 10. This year they put 4 in the top 9. The only one who didn't get in the top 10, Ross Chastain, who had that issue on pit road. Joe Gibbs Racing with a couple in the top 5. Corey Day ends up 6th.
What a memory making right here with the kids in the car.
Oh.
I saw his wife Ashley come out, gave her a kiss, grabbed both kids, threw them in the passenger seat and said, "Let's go."
I mean, 3 generations
I
get
know,
to
it's
celebrate
being
together.
there. I know it's a special day for the Allgaiers. I just can't help but talk about him being able to win 4 times. And I think the toughest track in NASCAR, period. He puts his name with Mark, Denny, Jeff Burton.
That's right. Well, and here's what I would say, too. 10 consecutive top 10s today. No one's ever done that here. He and Mark Martin were tied coming in with 9 straight top 10s. Today he gets his 10th, and he does it with an exclamation point. His 4 wins have come in the last 10 races here, which is remarkable.
The best part of all that is that he's a great person.
Yes.
Like, just a great guy to be around, likable. Love this moment right here with the kids on top of the car. That's so awesome.
You know, we saw it Sunday at Las Vegas. Denny celebrating with his girls.
Exactly,
you know?
same thing.
Makes me nervous.
Oh yeah, Denny's little girl Molly fell. They caught her. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Be careful.
Here's Justin Allgaier.
Hollywood's right there.
Here's Dylan Welch.
Whole family is here with Justin Allgaier. Congrats, Justin. Made it to Mobil 1 victory lane. How were you guys able to chip away at this all day and ultimately be there at the end when it mattered the most?
All these guys right here. We have not been the best on pit road all year. These guys have never quit. They have gone to work. They've never given up, and they were on top of it all day on pit road. A huge thank you to these guys. Andrew Overstreet, this whole 7 team, to get brand fresh and culture back at victory lane again this year at Darlington, of all places. We definitely weren't the best all day. You know, Kyle obviously was amazing and has covered. You know, Andrew told me on that last restart, he said, never give up. If we can get the lead, we got clean air, we're going to win this thing. And we did. I cannot say thank you enough to everybody, all of our partners, Chevrolet, the Hendrick Engine Shop, Hendrick Chassis Shop, Carolina Carports, Toughco, Jarrett, Hellman's, HendrickCars.com, just everybody that's a part of this group, Roto-Rooter. We have so many great partners at Junior Motorsports, and I don't know where we all finished, but we were up front all day, and that's all you can really ask for.
We talked all race here about how you manage the tires, manage the race, and then you get a final restart where you can just kind of go like big gangbusters, and you have to hold off the guys behind you. What's that like? What's that pressure or just kind of that rhythm like of trying to click off these fast laps at the end?
I didn't do a very good job of it all day, if I'm being honest with you. Probably one of the worst days personally I've had here at Darlington, and I just did a bad job. I kept plugging the fence. You know, I don't know. I didn't do a good job of it, and at the end there, I was worried. I mean, Brandon obviously had a really fast car, and you know, I was worried that the 19 and the 88 were going to get through the traffic there. But I just, again, this one right here is for everybody that's standing behind there. Rick Brandt's here. My wife and kids are here, which is awesome. They were in Phoenix. Andrew's got his wife and kids here. Like, just nobody will ever really know the later you get into your career how much these wins mean, and to come to Darlington, a place that I've loved for so long, that it's been pretty special.
They were good enough today, no doubt about that. Justin Allgaier, his 4th career Darlington win.
I remember when he had.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, that's how I'm going to end this right here. It was a fun stream, fun times today. I really enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out.